aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Go on a culinary adventure at one of Europe's biggest food events coming to the Americas, Terra Madre. Discover more flavors to savor, more ideas to chew on, more voices shaping the future of food. Join chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower for tastings, pop-ups, food demos, and panels, all celebrating good, clean, and fair food for all. Terra Madre Americas, September 26th through 28th in Sacramento. Savor the journey. Visit TerraMadreUSA.com for more details. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Drake.
Happy Monday, everybody. It's your boy Drapes holding it down all week. We got Jay Johnson behind the boards. Kevin Whitey Gleason is off all week. You know what, Jay? I'm going to start calling that dude Holiday. Because, when you're in Europe or overseas, they don't call it vacation. They call it holiday. This dude always on holiday. And
Come on, man. You're starting to show up.
Because here's the thing. This is the problem I had. And I know he's listening probably somewhere. I think he's driving down SoCal. I can't remember.
He's just LA
and all that.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you LeBron James and need to load management. But Tristan Thompson shouldn't be load managing. I don't know what's going on here, Jay. Not calling Kevin Whitey Gleason Tristan Thompson, but dang, big fella.
He can't be the big Z at least.
He said, call himself Tristan Augusta. Daniel Booby Gibson.
Somebody.
Nah, I'm not going to never begrudge anybody from taking some time off, man.
Absolutely.
You need the time. And he know your boy is gearing up for a couple of weeks off. So he's like, shoot, let me get my time in now.
Yeah, you got a nice extended period of time before the hoop season, man.
Yeah.
Are you normally?
Hold on. Let me turn this down.
You got that computer.
Yeah,
going.
got the computer.
There is normally, at least last year, and I believe the year before, and connecting with you, you jumped around like you went across the pond last year. I remember.
Yep.
Remember what's is there anything that you can tease where you're going in your extended period of time off? You got anything locked and loaded just yet?
I told you where I'm going, right? Or no? You don't remember?
I knew you were supposed to go down one place, but I thought you guys had changed the plan.
So I'm doing a solo trip, big fella.
Right, which I knew.
Which I'm going to tell you.
You're not connecting with your partner somewhere?
Nah.
Okay, I thought you were
that's the Columbia dude.
Yeah. Y'all was probably going somewhere else.
Nah. This is a solo drape trip. And let me say this. Everybody's like, you going by yourself? I tell you what, I have a ball by myself usually.
I'm same way.
Like I can be whoever. I can go anywhere I want. I ain't on nobody else's time. Like I could do anything I want. And so your boy turned 50 back in April. And I said to myself, you know what, Drapes? You done lived 49 plus years, 50 years, helping other people out, taking care of the damn kids, supporting people and everything. Now you need to do something for yourself. And you're right. Usually in September, I go across the pond. Last year was London, Paris. Year before that was London. Because I'm usually doing the HBCU game in New York. And so then I just jump right there. But they're not doing it. Well, they're doing it, but they're not broadcasting it this year. So I said, you only turn 50 once. And anybody listening, male, female, it don't matter. When it's year 50 for you, go all out.
Do it big.
Do it big. Because here's the thing, Jay. Let's look at the birthdays that are forthcoming. Hopefully I live a long and healthy life. But 60 ain't as big as 50.
No, it ain't.
Your next big birthday is 75.
Yeah.
So I said to I'm not waiting 25 more years to do it big. I'm going to do it big right now. So I'm going to lay out the itinerary, and hopefully my mom is listening at home in Philadelphia because she's been texting me. You never tell me your itinerary yet. Send me your. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm giving it right now. Sunday, fly from San Francisco to Singapore.
Okay, well, way to kick it off there, big fella.
That's how you kick it off,
man.
Big fella. That's how you kick it off. Spend a few days in Singapore.
Okay.
Hop on the jet and go to Bali, Indonesia.
Okay.
You know, shout out to Bali. It's a Facebook group that I been checking out lately. Blacks on Bali.
Man, you got Facebook groups and stuff?
Yeah, your boy is checking it out. And then I said, you know what? That usually is enough. I thought about coming back. I said, dog, it's my 50th birthday year. I'm not going to regret extending it even further.
You're supposed to, brother.
Sydney, Australia.
Really? Now, I remember the Singapore and I remember the Bali. So Australia, huh, big fella?
I tacked it on, big fella. I was, because what winds up happening, same thing with Taylor Swift tickets. I'm sitting there at home. It's getting late. And then all of a sudden, I just say, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do it. Bam. I hit send, hit purchase, and booked the ticket. Woke up the next day.
Big time.
Feeling good.
Okay. Down under.
Down under, big fella.
Yo, I see you
I still
working.
don't believe it, man. I'm nervous. That flight to Singapore from San Fran is like 15, 16 hours.
Is it straight or you got to go to China or Japan first? Okay.
Straight through.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get a little upgrade, you know what I mean? Or some points and everything. And so, but yeah, man, so I got that coming up. And so anything that happens this week, it ain't getting me down, big fella. It's like I'm running the not even a marathon, a 5K, and I see the finish line already ahead. I'm just going to get through Friday, and then all bets are off, big fella. You ain't going to hear from me till September.
Man, I can't get you on the phone for an interview or nothing.
Nah, man, I might send a telegram or something like that.
Can I get a postcard?
Courier pigeon.
Yeah, send me the pigeon courier.
You know what? I may, post something, send some text or tweets or anything like that. Because I think I'm missing the start of football season. I think it's that weekend.
First week of September?
First weekend, full weekend of September. Yeah. So, I got to chime in on my Eagles being 1-0 after that first week. So, yeah, man, that's what I got coming up. And I was talking to somebody earlier. Actually, my daughter, she knows I'm going. She's like, damn, Dad, you've been on a lot of trips this year. She really said that, Jay. And I hadn't thought about it. And I'm like, you know what? I have. And right. Right? So I'm like, I work hard for this, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Dad needed it, man. Believe it. And Dad better believe it, man.
And what else we talking about today?
Right? Exactly.
Man, my daughter, look, why you on?
What you got?
Get it. I'm taking my daughter to school this morning, and I said, this year, from our house in the Thomas to CB, Christian Brothers, she's literally, on average, it takes about 18 to 22 minutes, somewhere in between.
Okay.
How and why, when other people are in traffic longer, I don't know why. And I think it's just based on I'm in the way back in the Thomas, I could take 50, and for whatever reason, it doesn't necessarily take that long until you get to 50 and have to jump on 99 and all that. Yeah. But I say that to say, we talked about getting to school a little earlier this year instead of just skating by 2-3 minutes, right. The bell ring, then you go, so they got a double bell at CB. It rings once, you got 5 minutes to get to class. It rings second, right? Which most schools still do. So I'm like, no, we're going to get there at least 15 minutes before time. School starts at 8:30. We'll jump it off at 8:15. They pushed it up this year. Used to start at 8:45.
Okay.
So like, all right, 7:50, 7:55 max. That's when we get out. Now I'm waiting on my daughter today. Now, mind you, Drapes, they went to school 3 days last week. So as a shoe person, former reformed shoe guy and all that, they wear uniforms.
Oh, okay.
Simple uniforms, but they wear uniforms. But they still allow you to kind of be yourself. You can put a little sauce on it. Yeah. Okay. You can wear any shoes you want. They let you wear cargos, khakis, different colors. So you can freak it. On top of that, you can wear university gear. Okay. So it's not like Will Smith and them where you have to be in the blazer and all that.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So you can freak it a little bit. So I say all that to say, so last week, my daughter wore 3 different pair of shoes. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, each one with a different shirt, pair of khakis, jump off. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm a stickler. In the beginning of the year, I try to get you a week's worth of kicks.
Okay.
You got 5 from the jump off.
Damn, Jay.
Okay. Again, but I'm a reformed shoe guy. Okay. So that's it. And then on top of that, we don't necessarily have to go shopping anymore. So I can move some funds to different places, right?
They're wearing the uniform.
Absolutely. Right. Some khakis and a polo. I mean, that's nothing. And you're talking to me. I know everybody. I could go get 20 polos for a little bit of nothing.
Right.
So now, with all that being said, I set the foundation. She comes down the stairs, and I look at her feet, and she got on some kicks from last year.
Last year
kicks.
And she didn't, hold up, did she have 5 new pair?
Yes.
So she only wore 3, though?
She only rocked 3.
Okay.
So she got 2 more to wiggle in. She had another pair that was bought a few weeks before school because she had an event. My wife was like, man, but they super cold. She was like, you should bust them for school, too. So she definitely sitting on easy 6 pair of brand new joints, right? Come back with some stuff that she wore last year that to Pops wore out. That's fine. Get it out. Wear it all out because we're paying money for it.
Right.
Man, I stopped at my tracks drapes.
What?
So when you said your daughter asked you about, dang, you've been on a lot of trips and stuff. So I look at my daughter and I'm like, am I missing something? You're blessed enough to have a couple more pair of shoes. Wear them. I can't stand her not wearing her clothes because she's steadily growing. It's not like us.
But was the shoes, did they fit?
Of course.
Were they dogged or were they nice, still looking good?
They was whooped.
Oh,
they whooped. To me, they whooped. So, I mean, again, you're talking to a reformed shoe guy.
Right.
So I'm like, man, why you now? Mind you, we ain't doing nothing but flipping colors at the top: blue, green, yellow, pink.
Right.
That's all you wearing, polo wise. Rock a pair of brand new ones. Oh nah, Dad, they didn't match with the black shirt I want to wear today. So I looked down and I said, now here we go. Now I already have a problem because I'm going to work and I'm busting my tail and you're blessed to have an extra pair of shoes.
I'm going to shoot back at you. Go ahead. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to shoot back at you, Jay.
But now flip side of that, you still got the nerve to ask me for another pair of shoes. So I said, well, why are we not wearing brand new shoes that we bought?
Right.
Oh, well, Dad, in reality, I need a pair of red ones. Man, now I'm on the freeway at this point because I'm having a conversation. I almost pulled over.
Damn.
You need a pair of what? Well, the red ones that I had, I will say that those was kind of whooped. These are still fresh. Man, Drace, I had to catch myself, man. It's never enough for children at this point.
Right.
And so I looked at her and said, man, you must be out your mind. You got to be out your mind to wrap your lips up when I don't care if they blue and the shirt is green.
Right. You got some new.
Dude.
And but that's and I'm not going to blame you, Jay, because this is how these kids are nowadays.
I'm telling you, man.
It's like, dude, you take them shopping or you go to the grocery. Oh, can I get this? Can I get every aisle? Can I get this? Can I get this? You got to say no 30 times a day to these kids nowadays.
Yeah, clothesline them.
But Jay, I'm gonna blame us as parents, big fella.
Okay, I'll take that.
We have babied these kids. We've spoiled these kids, and I understand why. Because you want to bless them with stuff you didn't have. You want them growing up.
Yeah.
But it made me think of something that's going on in my household. You drive your daughter to school. We are part of the carpool situation.
Okay.
Now, Nick's a junior in school.
Right.
He's still part of a carpool.
Okay.
When I was a kid, We either A, walked to school, or B, we took public transportation.
Straight up.
And here's
some people took bikes.
Some people took bikes. And I had an argument with my ex about this the other day. I'm going to pull back the curtain. We got plenty of sports talk coming up.
I got 4 hours.
Yeah, we got 4 hours, and I'm going to lay out the guest list coming up. But I got into it with the ex the other day. Because she's like, well, I got to be available to do carpool and all this and all that. And I'm like, Nick is 16. He could get himself to school. He could walk, he could scooter, he could bike, he could get his damn license.
And he got some partners, I'm pretty sure.
And he got friends that drive.
Come on.
Jay, don't you know Nick, who I love to death, he'll be like, Mom and Dad, I'm going out. I don't hear from him for 3 hours, right? I'm like, what you do? He's like, oh, I went to this flower store, got flowers for so-and-so, and then took it to her house. Jay, the flower store is across the other side of town. He's scootering all around Folsom for some flowers for some girl, but ain't gonna go to damn school, scooter to school. He need a carpool. Bruh, we gotta be more hard on these kids. These kids gotta hold up their end of the bargain, big fella. I'm sorry, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm like, I see him scootering, pedaling down, like this with flowers in one hand. But he won't do that to school.
Flower shopping
right on the other side of town.
Wheels.
So I don't want to hear about, well, we got to be available for the carpool. He's already proven he could go miles to go get flowers. He could go miles to go to school. We got to be harder on these kids, man. And I trust me, you know me, I'm one of the biggest culprits out there.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know if your daughter is phased out of this. And we're going to get to sports talk real quick coming up in a minute. But every day I take Quinn to school or, Dad, we should stop at Starbucks. Every day.
Yeah.
And she don't even drink the whole drink.
Oh, man.
It's all about the accessory. She want to shoot a little TikTok video. She want to, hey, girls, I got my Starbies. What is going on with these kids nowadays, man?
They different. Love them to death, but they different. You're 100% right. We gotta fight back. So I tell my wife all the time, hell no.
Right.
Now, I said, no, I'm not. Right. I'm not doing it. And when I say I'm not doing it, that means you're not doing it.
Right.
And when I say I'm not doing it, that means I'm going to call my daughter's mom and she not going to do it. And I'm going to, because see, they slick. And I'm going to call her grandpa. They not doing it. And then I'm going to call my mama, her nana. We not doing it. And that's part of the game, is, oh, well, pops ain't going to do it. Moms ain't going to do it. Oh, I'll call nana. No, that's my mama.
Right.
That's my mother.
Right.
My mama ain't going to do it either. So it, like I said, it's about, I'm on a fight back campaign. Fight back. Dude, I almost pulled the car over. Truly.
Really?
I said, dude, you got 2 brand new kicks still sitting in the box and you telling me you need some red joints? How about we went over that conversation when we picked the other 5? You blessed.
Right.
We hustling.
Right.
We doing everything we can to provide you what I didn't have. Single parent household. Didn't know my daddy. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? And you sitting up here talking about, oh, I need some red ones, Dad, because I said, nah. Man, Drapes, I almost caught myself. But I did say this, and I had to find the line, I guess, the rainbow, the pot of gold at the rainbow is, I said, well, at least she comfortable and rocking some old kicks. She ain't tripping.
That's true.
Hey, you happy with it? Then I love it.
Then you got to let it rock. Don't
cost me another pair of shoes then. And that's where I left it at. But, man, I had to catch myself.
Yeah. Somebody asked from the 916, why doesn't he have a license? Talking about Nick. That's on you. 1,000%. But here's the thing, though, Jay, and because parenting is tough.
Very.
Parenting is tough because I want to push Nick. I want to push Quinn. I want to push them. But I also need to see some motivation from them, too.
Very true.
Like I used to always tell Nick,
especially in sports.
I said,
extracurricular activities.
You going to have the equipment. Like, not having the equipment or being able to, that won't be an excuse for why you fail.
True.
But I need to see that you're interested.
You out there practicing.
You out there practicing.
You putting in work.
If I'm going to buy these golf clubs, you best believe.
You're working out.
I'm signing you up. You got to do this.
Yep.
So how do we create that, though? How do we, get these kids to show motivation? Because case in point, the license, and if you guys want to weigh on this as parents, 916-339-1140, Nick got a job at Emran's shop. I think I might have told this story. I'll tell it again. I said, Nick, you got to get your license. He's like, why? I'm like, well, you're working in Rockland. How you going to get there? He's like, oh, you and mom going to drive me. I said, what if we not available? He goes, well, then I won't work. And I'm like, no, homeboy, that's not the answer.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah.
So how do we stay on these kids' butts to get them motivated when everything is available at the palm of their hand?
Fight back, man. I tell you, I'm on a fight back movement. And it's even because we have children who are extracurricular driven. They have sports. They have, like my daughter's a cheerleader right now.
Yeah.
Or been one for the last forever. I don't know. But cheerleading season is now. First game Friday. Uniform through the roof. All these different things through the roof.
Cheer ain't no joke.
Oh, man. Cheer. Come on now.
We can have a segment
through
on
the
that.
Roof. And so it's interesting because it's one of these conversations, and matter of fact, our 2:30 guest, when you pop him up, Kirk Morrison, he texts me. I was like, man, I'm on dad duty. I got to go pick up my kids. Because I said, well, let's get you on, talk a little football. Let's get you on the StreamYard. He's like, I'll be in the car if you good with that. If not, I'll do it over the phone. No problem. But it is one of those things I tell my daughter all the time. Show me that you love it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like it.
Right.
But I'm not sure you love it. I'm not sure this is the end all be all, because just what you said is, Drapes, is do I go play sports? Do I go cheer? Do I run track? Or do I go kick it with my friend? On top of I got my homework and stuff out the way. Now I just want to chill, jump on the FaceTime, talk to my little partners and all that. Versus no, go get on your cheer game.
Right.
Sharpen your tools. Work on your dance routines. This is the first week. This opening, they got 12 Bridges, which is a big game this week.
Game.
12 Bridges and Christian Brothers football this week at CB. It's time to get pumping, get sharp. Halftime performances.
Right.
Let's make a move. Friday night is back. But you'd rather sit on the phone. Chill out.
Yep.
Move around with the dog. Like, nah, man, that's not it. You won't love it. And that's where it frustrates me, bro.
And, and I speak to parents all the time about this. And I know Nick's not the only one. Quinn's not, this is, I don't want to say an epidemic, but
it's close.
It's close. This is especially in somebody 916 weird times. I got my license the first day I was able to. That's how I was.
Me too.
So, soon as I didn't even have a card. Nowadays,
Same.
In the suburbs, these kids get their license. I was talking to somebody, their mom, dad buy them a brand new car.
Don't get me started.
That's motivation to get one right there.
Yeah, man, we'd be talking about this for 4 hours because I'd be looking at some of them, man.
Some of these cars that be rolling up
look just as fly as mine, if not better.
Damn, man.
It's a cold game in these streets, man.
It's frustrating, man. But conversely, they doing well in school.
Man, we got all of that.
They're responsible human beings.
Absolutely.
They're very respectful.
Come on.
But where's that drive, that, the value of $1?
Yep, man. They lost it. It's gone. It's not only just in children. You look around and we talk about, I was having this conversation with a booking agent today. We got some power-packed week as far as guests
coming on.
Yeah, this week we got some good, huge, interesting names. And so I was talking to one of the booking agents today, one of the agents today, and he was like, "Man, it's so difficult to get some of these young guns to move compared to my OGs. I got a different type of roster. I got some Hall of Famers retired, and then I got some young guns who, let's just say 10th man, 11th man on an NBA roster, or, borderline nickelback starter in the NFL. And these dudes are making 7, 10, 12, 15, 20 million a year. I can't get these dudes to do nothing. And then they tell me a story. It's like, hey, but my Hall of Famer, man, I took him to an autograph show and he made 15 fans day, stood up, gave him a hug, took picture, talked life, did the extra, gave him a piece of the chip, gave him a chip out their bag, and people are going to remember that for forever. It's through sports. It's the younger generation right now. It's tough, Drapes. I feel like an OG, but I always told myself, even when I do become an OG, I'm blessed to be one, I'll never hate on people under me.
Right.
Because I knew what it was to be young. I knew what it was to come through certain parts of our younger generation. But man, dude, man, it is true. Somebody said 707. I want to hear about how much cheerleading costs. My son races motocross. Let me tell you, that is
That's expensive. He's saying he put $25,000 a year into it. I believe it.
Really? Absolutely. Because there's a lot of travel, and you already know it's like anything. Cars, motorcycles, bikes, they're what? They're made to break down on purpose. And when you put that type of mileage and that type of, strain on those type of motocross machines, I had a few friends that did it, professionally. Because you always flipping tires. You always blowing a rod. You always messing up an axle. Those type in cars and motorcycles, man, you always got to replace something.
Damn.
It's real. Then you got to have your hitch, your trailer. Right. That thing is wrapped with number 17, little Timmy the Jet Smith, and all that type of stuff. Oh, yeah, that stuff is real. 707 ain't lying.
Damn. Man, we just getting started. We're going to talk more about this throughout the next 3.5 hours. We got sports coming up as well. Coming up in the next segment, Kirk Morrison, our Raiders NFL radio analyst. He covers college football as well. Then coming up at 3:30, we got Joe Davidson of the Sacramento Bee talking about Sac State, the Cal Expo. We also got to talk about the Republic FC groundbreaking. And then coming up at 4 o'clock. Right at about 4:05. You don't want to miss this interview. My guy, Jay's guy, Kevin Whitey Gleason's guy, Dayquan Plouden. That's right. Dayquan Plouden of the Sacramento Kings will be joining the Drive Guys at Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
One of our chatters, Jess, was in the building. They're having a conversation about media. She said, not media like Dave. I mean real media. Dave is weird media, which is fine.
You're so weird media.
Weird media.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel. For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Everybody knows that Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is the spot to get yourself a brand new car. That's why people are coming from all over. Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville. But they also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes and models, every one of them top quality, hand-selected by General Manager Chuck Dean. Over 70 vehicles below $30,000, over 25 below $20,000. You can see that full lineup at SacSuperstore.com. And if you find a lower price somewhere else, they'll match it. And on top of that, the best car buying experience anywhere. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney's a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay holding it down. Kevin Gleason will be back next week on Monday. Spent the first half hour complaining about these damn kids in today's generation, man. Our next guest knows all about it. He is a Oakland Raiders. Damn, I'm still saying Oakland, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm still saying Oakland.
Fine. He'll let you know it's still Oakland.
It's still Oakland, right? Exactly. Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders analyst. He covers college football as well. Our guy Kirk Morrison jumping on. Kirk, you all good, man? I know you had to drop off the daughter, pick up the daughter and everything, man. These kids, did you stop at Starbucks too on the way home like they always ask?
No, that's Wednesday. No. No, not today. No, we can't be doing these ice mocha lattes on a Monday. So.
I feel you, man. Thanks for jumping on with us, man. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about Saturday's game. First of all, close game, 22-19. Niners beating the Raiders on a last-second field goal by Jake Moody. Let's start by talking about what we saw from the starters. And I want to start with Geno Smith and Ashton Genji. Just tell me what you thought of that first unit. They look good, I thought, marching down the field. How did you feel about that first unit from the Raiders?
Yeah, I think, look, for the most part, they came out and played well. They did it a lot better than they did the week earlier in Seattle. Seattle was up and down. It was their first opportunity to show what they can do. And I've always said, playing in that first preseason game, sometimes it's a little bit difficult because it's the first time you're able to go full contact, tackle to the ground, or for some time the running back being able to get hit all the way to the ground for the first time. So I saw some good promise this past weekend on both sides of the ball, man. I mean, really, defensively, offensively. I mean, Ashton Genty showed you that he belonged. He showed you the part. He showed you the reason why that dude is the number, top 10 pick, one of the first backs taken in this NFL draft. But I think defensively, there's going to be some room for the Raiders to get some things fixed. But for the most part, I'm pleased with their effort. Now, me as an analyst, I got some little stuff I can, criticisms that they know definitely they can get better at.
Drawn by Kirk Morrison, Captain Kirk. Kirk, man, I'll jump back on the other side because, I can't allow you to talk Raiders too much long, man. That bring the hair up on the back of my neck. What were your thoughts initially on the first unit? And they had a couple of young cats. Marcus Siegel, he looked like he's showing out. Nick Martin, linebacker for the 49ers. Of course, playing linebacker being who you are. Anything stand out on the opposite side for you for the 49ers?
Yeah, they got a couple guys that really stood out. For me, you mentioned one of those names, Nick Martin. I've loved Nick Martin for a long time. I followed him at Oklahoma State doing a lot of his games, and to see what his game transition from the college to the NFL. And I thought, man, he's taking whatever that Fred Warner is doing, keep doing, because Nick Martin is following right behind him. So there's an opportunity. Obviously, we know with D. Winters being there, but Dre Greenlaw going in free agency to Denver Broncos, there's going to be opportunities for Nick Martin to play. So I was kind of excited to see what he can do. And then the running back position is going to be one that we really have to concentrate on. The 49ers, I don't think that they're going to be settled for a long time. We know it's Christian McCaffrey, but behind him, it's just going to be who's the healthiest. Right. So there are some guys right now that I think that can really take a hold and I think find a way onto this roster. But it's been it's going to be kind of by, running back by committee after Christian McCaffrey.
Well, Kirk, I wanted to ask you about that because, and I'll go on record, I'm an Eagles fan, so I'm going to put that out there. So anything I say is viewed with, our green-colored glasses. With that being said, I'm looking at this Niners team through the first couple of weeks, and I know it's preseason, but I'm like, damn, they need CMC.
You ain't lying.
CMC, I mean, he might be the most valuable player on this squad. How do you view that running back position outside of CMC, and will he have to carry another huge workload for this squad this year, you think?
Yeah, if they're going to put it all on CMC, that's pretty difficult because we saw what that looked like last year. Last year. I thought the offense looked totally different when CMC was not available. And now you're forced to have, Deebo Samuel, you're forced to George Kittle, you're forced for a lot of guys, and Brandon Ayuk went down. We always say that Christian McCaffrey is the base of that offense. If he's not going, then everybody else doesn't get a chance to eat the way that they want to, right? It's like when he's available, he's a joker because you can line him up in a lot of different places, but he's always a home run hitter. I think that's something that the 49ers want to find another home run hitter. Who's the guy right now that puts the fear in you on that 49ers offense? I mean, George Kittle's always going to be solid, but George Kittle ain't running away from nobody right now. He'll make a play or two, but Christian McCaffrey, that's the one you're like, if we don't tackle him, this could be a long day. I want to see if the 49ers can develop another home run hitter, another guy that can make some things happen.
Cap, man, you've been down there in LA, obviously rocking for a long time. And in the last handful of years, you've been working for the Rams as part of one of your 72 jobs that you carry every single year. Right now, it's a Matt Stafford back situation, back issue. And I'm, as a Niner, I continue to keep on saying I'm grinning, I'm smiling, I'm cheesing. If Jimmy G is going to be your starting quarterback, then I'm all the way up. Everything that's down your way in SoCal and LA, man, what you hearing about Matt Stafford? Is it truly serious as it may sound?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked this question because I have my opinion on it, and then you have the analyst media opinion on it.
Okay.
So media-wise and around LA, a lot of people are they're kind of nervous. They don't know what's going on, his back and this and that, and he had to get an epidural, this and that. But there was one key thing that Sean McVay and Les Snead and everybody kept telling people, and nobody was listening. How would you ignore the one piece that Coach kept saying? What they kept saying? If we had a game tomorrow, he'd be available. If we had a game tomorrow, he'd be available. You know what that tells me? It tells me that Matthew Stafford didn't want to participate in training camp.
That's what I thought.
He was, bro was chilling.
That's what I thought. I said the same thing.
What if you ask a player who's been in the league 15 years or more, what do they always tell you when they say, hey, are you getting ready for the season? Oh, my God, training camp.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to training camp. And if I haven't been in the league 17 years, guess what? You know what I can do. Let Jimmy G learn the offense. Let Stetson Bennett take all the snaps. Why do I need to be there? Let me go chill, hang with my wife, chill with my daughter, go take them to Starbucks, and then I'll be ready to go mid-August. How that sounds? And what was the timeline? Mid-August. And look who practiced today, mid-August. Matthew Stafford 3 weeks before the season starts. That's my opinion. I think the dude was just chilling, and the Rams had to find a way to justify him not practicing because he was still around the team. He was still at the meetings. It wasn't like that. Dude was just chilling. He didn't want to practice.
Kirk Morrison joining us. Man, Kirk, when you look at the Niners division, and I'm looking at the Niners schedule and how cupcake it is, how Charmin tissue soft it is.
Ooh,
you know, I'm just saying.
Come on, see here y'all go.
Is it? How would you handicap the division out there? Is it Niners first and Rams? Like how are you viewing that division?
Yeah, I mean the 49ers are playing a last place schedule because they were the last place team in the NFC West. So, yes, comparable when you look at the quarterbacks and teams that they'll go against. The 49ers, we believe, should be favored in many of those games. Now, when you talk about the NFC West, like you mentioned, you got to go with the defending champion Rams. They're right there at the top. But we can't forget that the Seattle Seahawks went 10-7 last season. In their first year under Mike McDonald, I think they'll be better. Have you not watched how these dudes are running the football right now? They are old school, running right down your throat. So I love this mentality and that defense, the way that they played toward the end of last year. So I like where Seattle is right now, too. And then it's the team that I got a chance to go see during training camp, the Arizona Cardinals. You walk around that building, and they all have this confidence that they feel like year 3 was always the year that this team was going to take the leap, going to take the next step. This team went 8-9 last year. People don't understand. 8-9, 9-8. That's one game. And if they would have won 2 more, they're 10-7. This is a good football team, kind of lurking. And I talked to Kyler Murray just for a little bit, about 10 minutes, and it's the first time in a long time that the dude actually had a chance to train for football and train and work within his offense. Every year, he's always had to rehab an injury. This year, it was all about ball. That's why I'm thinking like, woof, this could be one of those teams as well that could sneak up on a lot of folks in this division.
Joined by Captain Kirk Morrison. Kirk, overall, because, I got to get a little college football in there for my life, but the just looking at bird's eye view, the big picture NFL, is there one or two things that's outside of the common sense realm right now, big time, that you eyeballing? You want a little question. Is it the quarterback beating Pat Mahomes? Is it no love for Baker Mayfield? Is Shador the top of the line? What's catching Kirk Morrison's eye right now?
That's interesting, man. The national story. That's good. That's a good question. I think for me, what I'm looking at is Baltimore, Buffalo. That's it. I mean, last year was the year that we felt that it was Josh Allen's turn and didn't get it done. And the year before that, it was Lamar Jackson's turn and he didn't get it done. Joe Burrow, okay, you got there, but can you get back again? So I'm looking at last week everybody talked about these tiers of quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was like, who's the franchise quarterback? Yeah, Sando didn't on everybody.
Right.
Sando, I love what he brought up, the conversation aspect of it, but I want to see of those elite top-tier quarterbacks who can break through and win a championship. Who can win the championship? That's what I want to see. I'm ready, Josh Allen. I'm ready, Lamar Jackson. I'm ready, Joe Burrow. But until then, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, and I never doubt the Chiefs. But until you beat them, that's just what it's going to be. So for those teams, honestly, just waiting to the playoff. Yes, I'm going to watch the regular season. It's going to be great. It's going to be phenomenal. And there may be a breakthrough team, but I want to see that. And another thing I want to see, Jay Daniels, are you for real?
Yep.
Can you do it for? And Jay, one of my OG partners, right, is Gary Payton. I love Gary Payton. Gary Payton, I used to mess with him all the time. I said, oh, you see young Anthony Davis, or you see this young dude, Zion Williamson, you see this young player. And I remember my OG would always tell me, hey, don't come around me until he played 4 or 5 years, man. I said, what? Yeah. He was like, until he played 4 or 5 years, I didn't come around me talking about that. And what he was trying to tell me is that anybody can do it for a year. Anybody can do it for 2 years. But what makes you a great player in any league is when you consistently can do that 3, 4, 5, 6 years in a row. That puts you in an upper echelon. That puts you into one of the best players in your era. That puts you into one of the best Hall of Fame conversation. So that's why I bring that up, because I want to see, can Jaden Daniels repeat what he did in year one?
Man.
Or will he be C.J. Stroud? Remember how they announced his boy C.J. Stroud year one? All of a sudden he had the down year. We're not talking C.J. Stroud. So can C.J. Stroud rebound? And then Mr. Silvernails. We want to see what Caleb Williams does. Yeah, he had his nails silver yesterday. So, but he played well. And I want to see, can he show us what we wanted to see in year number one? No. So that's my thing. It's the quarterbacks, man. I want to see, can they show me something?
The money makers.
Last thing, too. I said this, too. If you look around just the way things turned out last year, whether it's the final 4 teams or the final 8 teams, if you look at the teams, they all had something in common. They all either had a first-round pick at quarterback or a second-round pick. The second-round picks last year were obviously a guy like Jalen Hurts, right? But I think you could also put in the other quarterback I was talking about. Oh, in the AFC West, they didn't make the final 8
Justin
now,
Herbert.
but Geno Smith Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
But Geno, I'm just saying now, if you look around the league, you got to have a first-round quarterback. And so this does come back on the Niners, because they got a 7th rounder. The 7th rounder going to have to play like a first rounder every single week now. That's all I'm going to say. Just look around the league. Everybody got a first round quarterback now, except for Russell Wilson, who's going to start. Obviously, Brock Purdy's a 7th rounder. Jalen Hurts is a 2nd rounder. And Geno Smith. Everybody else, first round. Look at the NFC West. All first round. Think about that. And 2 of them was number 1 overall.
Kirk, I was going to ask you this, because I was driving in, I was thinking of this very thing, and I was wondering, the quarterback position. I haven't done the research, but I just want to throw this out there. Is it the best it's ever been? I feel like maybe 5 years ago or 4, we were like, man, the quarterback position sucks. Yeah. Now it seems like there's ballers all over. I mean, you got Baker Mayfield. You got, Sam Darnold now. They're hoping for big things. Jordan Love, is this era of quarterbacks, like, how great is this era of quarterback play right now?
They're good. But let's be honest. Social media show the highlights. Fantasy football give us the fantasy stats. I want to see the resumes start to build by playoff success. I want to see Jordan Love win another playoff game like he did against Dallas. I want to see Baker Mayfield win another playoff game like he beat up the Eagles. I want to see the collection of quarterbacks come together and give us what we saw for many years with Manning, Brady, Breeze, Rivers. That's the stuff I think that we're not. Roethlisberger's in there, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre at the end of his career. Like, that's the stuff that I'm excited to see. Eli Manning. That's why it's hard for me to say this new young generation of quarterbacks is going to live up to what we were getting from those guys week in and week out.
Man.
They got to win something.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. You real talk, man. Somebody got to beat Mahomes. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Yeah.
Hey.
Until we beat Mahomes, they all social media quarterbacks.
All I know is this, though, Kirk. My boy, in 2 games in the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes, has outplayed him. I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. Where's he at in all of this?
I mean, he's just solid.
Oh, cut his mic. Just solid. Jay, cut it. Just solid, Kirk? Come on, baby.
Saquon, baby.
Come on, man.
Defense of O-line.
I'm gonna be real with you. We will not appreciate Jalen Hurts until he's retired. That's it.
Yeah, that's game.
I'm just real. We're not gonna appreciate him until he's retired because we're living in he got Saquon and AJ Brown and look at that defense and this and that. But the same thing could have been said about Russell Wilson. We keep claiming that one Super Bowl that he got, it was the Legion of Boom. Like, come on, man. But yeah, you talk about Russell Wilson, like, Russell Wilson, he's a Super Bowl champion. Dude handed the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Yeah, come on, stop it. So we can't appreciate what Jalen Hurts is doing until he's retired. Because once he's retired, we're going to look at a guy who's been to multiple Super Bowls, will have a great numbers, rushing touchdowns, throwing touchdowns, success in the playoffs. But who are you going to compare it to when he's retired, right? Because he's going to have better stats. He's already ahead of Lamar. He's ahead of Josh Allen. So when we think about this era of quarterbacks when it's time and they're all retired, he's going to be ahead of them. We're going to be like, man, did we really appreciate how good he was? Or are we going to keep saying, he had all these different guys, and that's the reason why he got it done.
Kirk, I know you got to get out of there, man. The kids, we coming up on the end of the break real fast. Just a synopsis of college football, big time. What we looking at this year as you're on the call every single weekend. Who's Archers out there? Number one, we understand, Ohio State's trying to defend a championship. Who Clemson's allegedly back. Who you looking at big time? Who's rocking in college football?
Yeah, I'm going down to Athens week 1. I'll be down at Marshall at Georgia on ESPN on 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, August 30th. So less than 2 weeks, I'll be on the broadcast and my guy Mike Monaco. And my whole thing now that I start to dive in, I got like this one last week of preseason. Then I'll dive into college football. And the one thing that kind of dominates it all, you mentioned Ohio State, you mentioned some of these other big college programs. Can they all wear name tags for the first month of the season? And I say that because I don't know who's on what team. I don't know who transferred.
Right.
We got my boy from the Bay who about to quarterback Joey Aguiar. He's about to coach. He's about to quarterback Tennessee. He wouldn't even know he's from Antioch. That's how crazy the college football scene is right now, man. It's just, you got to go, sit down and really study these rosters because of the transfer portal. Everybody's saying, this team is going to be great. There are 13, 14 new starters on almost every team around college football because of the transfer portal. So if there's a theme about college football this year for me to you guys, let's just take the first month just to learn who the teams are, and then we'll evaluate from there.
That's our guy, Kirk Morrison, 8-year NFL vet at linebacker, started for the Oakland Raiders. Now he works for the Raiders as an analyst as well. And, of course, you can follow him on college football broadcast, NFL broadcast as well. Kirk, we appreciate you, man. We'll have to do it again soon.
All right, sounds good,
Appreciate you, champ.
Yeah, that's our guy, Kirk Morrison. Only issue I had with him is he called my boy Jalen Hurts solid.
It's interesting because I can understand where he's coming from, especially as someone who's, calls all different games every single weekend in the NFL and NFL radio. He's on there hosting every single day. For whatever reason, and I thought he was spot on, Jalen Hurts isn't a golden boy when we're talking about quarterback in the NFL. And he's got his chip, and it's going to be interesting to see how people begin to view him because he's got a Super Bowl. But I think if you really look at the way the team was built last year, he is crazy because he is the quarterback, but it didn't feel like he was the number one option. It didn't feel like he was a number two option. It didn't truly feel like he was a number three option. I think if you ask non-QB fans and non-NFL who like Kirk, who study the tape and things like that, most people will probably say Saquon was the leader of that team. the look, the star. And then on top of that, most people would say, well, man, that defense, the Cooper DeJeans was a great pick. Right. The other rookie, that was a cornerback, Quinyon Mitchell, and then, oh my goodness, man, you had two Pro Bowlers at a linebacker, and it looked great. And then on top of that, oh man, your offensive line was spectacular. Then on top of that, you have the wide receivers with AJ Brown and company. So I think it's crazy because when you talk about other teams, and Kirk talked about it, the quarterback position is almost under the microscope.
Right.
But he's got a lot of things happening around him. I think Jalen Hurts is great. I think he brings them together. I think he's a fantastic leader. He steps in front of the mic.
Yeah.
But if you ask non-football people, I truly believe he would be the third or fourth or fifth reason why people would say the Eagles won. Like Saquon was an absolute steal.
Yes.
And I said in the beginning,
he changed.
He changed the narrative of what the Eagles did.
Yep.
Absolutely. Because before that, we were asking Jalen Hurts to put it on his shoulder, sometime run, sometimes do these, make a way out of no way, make an incredible play. But in reality, it's like Saquon was doing those. It felt that way from the outside looking in.
We up against it. We're going to talk more about this because when I look at Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, outside of Brady and Mahomes, you got to have talent around you.
Absolutely.
You got to, think about it. Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Look who he had.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison and all those guys.
James.
Edgerrin James.
Dallas Clark.
Like, you got to have Hall of Fame level talent around you to win a Super Bowl, unless you're Brady or Mahomes. We'll dive into that. Plus, we got to talk about a huge week of Sacramento sports. That's right. Groundbreaking when it comes to the Republic FC, and Sac State football may have a new home stadium. They're in discussions with Cal Expo. We'll dive into that next here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Throwing things at or onto a field or court can seriously injure people, unless it's that hockey thing where you throw the teddy bears on the ring. So they all get collected and given to kids.
All of them? No bear left behind.
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, or the Sacktown Sports app.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hey, it's Mike Rohn. If I have a choice, I like to do business with companies that actually stand for something. That's why I switched from Verizon to Pure Talk. No offense to Verizon, I'm sure they stand for something. I just don't know what it is. Pure Talk, on the other hand, is a veteran-owned company that supports our military in a big way, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I also appreciate unlimited talk and text and plenty of data for half the cost of the big guys, and I do like being on America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is no contract, no cancellation fees, and Pure Talk's commitment to handle all their customer service in this country. I saw it for myself. I went to Georgia. I got a tour of their headquarters. I met their CEO, and I talked to the same customer service folks that you'll talk to when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Switch today and save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword micro. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 select models only.
Wow, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the A's have played better than .500 baseball since the end of June, and one reason, improved starting pitching. And now that Luis Severino is on the IL, rookies comprise 4/5 of that rotation, including 22-year-old Luis Morales, a consensus top 5 prospect in the A's organization.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Get ready for the return of record-breaking speed. Saturday, August 23rd, the Johnny Rizzo Memorial roars into Stockton 99 Speedway for a night of legendary racing. Speed Tour Super Modified, unleash mind-blowing horsepower and more. Gates at 5, racing at 7. Tickets starting just $20 at Stockton99.com. Be there.
When our old heater collapsed with a heavy sigh, we needed a new one in the worst way, but there are so many HVAC companies out there. How do you choose? Friend recommended we check out Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating at leesair.com. Glad we did. Whitey here for Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. They were ready to come out the day we called. They treated us with respect, from the person who answered the phone to the guys who installed our new HVAC unit. So it comes down to this. Why choose Lee's? They offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. They get 4.8 stars on Google. So yeah, lots of friends recommend them. They've won awards for their service, and they've spent more than 40 years now serving the Valley's HVAC heating and plumbing needs. You can trust Lee's with installation and repair of your AC, furnace, and water heater, plus residential and commercial plumbing repair, commercial HVAC services too. Find out more at leesair.com. Check out their mission statement. It's all about serving customers and community. And check on their $99 HVAC tune-up service. Let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me, treating us like family while setting us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating, license number 635355.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Yes!
There is no better duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sacktown Sports.
Shout out to our guy, Kirk Morrison. for jumping on the drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140 Drapes and Jay here with you. Hour number 2, Kevin Whitey Gleason. He'll be back on Monday. So it'll be me and Jay holding it down. On Wednesday and Thursday, the high flyer, Henry Turner himself, will be joining us. Can't wait for that. And Jay said we got a bunch of special guests all throughout the week coming up. You working the phones out there, you texting everybody, trying to lock it in, man. Looking forward to that, man. Some surprises, too. You haven't even told me everybody yet.
Yeah, I told you everybody. No need to. Keep you guessing here and there.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I got a few trying to bring through the studio as well. So,
in person, huh? Okay. Well, our boy Dayquan Plouden coming on at 4:05. Is he in person or is he?
No, he's still down in L.A. from what I
Okay.
understand. So,
Okay.
getting hooping and doing his thing. So we're gonna get him on StreamYard and
okay.
Hopefully he's at the hooping or something right now.
Right.
Maybe we'll see Devin Carter or somebody in the background
Right.
with him. But no, he to the best of my knowledge, he is still in SoCal.
All right, Dayquan Plouden coming up at 4:05. Joe Davidson coming up at 3:30. Real quick, Jay, from the 209, I found the biggest Eagles hater and Jalen Hurts hater in our listening audience. And, because here's the thing. I don't agree. Wait till I read some of these texts. I don't agree with everything our callers and texters say and YouTubers say, but I'm very respectful. I'm going to give you your say. So from the 209, Russell Wilson was way better than Jalen Hurts. Hurts is trash, straight game manager. I thought, all right, he got his shot off. He going to be done. Just one text. He goes on to say, take away the tush push, and bro has 0 rushing touchdowns. All right, he got 2 off, feeling good.
Then he said, like that?
Yeah.
A Tommy gun.
Not to mention, Eagles have the best offensive line in football. Jalen Hurts isn't even on one of the top 10 players on his own team. And I'm like, damn. That's a Niners fan for sure, right?
On the 209, it might be a Raider. Might be a Raider. Might be a Niner. Might be a Ram.
Dude, I know it's not a Raider fan.
Could be an Eagle. I mean, a Cowboy.
Because they living under a rock because their team's so bad. Raiders fans ain't showing their face right now.
Could be a Cowboy.
Don't get me started on Cowboys.
I'm just saying.
When the last time they won anything? So 209, put your name on it next time. Tell me who you're a fan of next time. All I know is my boy got a Super Bowl ring. Bam. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say, Jay.
You might drop it now.
You know what I mean? You just might drop. I do want to get in because I'm sitting here with the mayor of the city of Trees. No, what are you doing? Commissioner of the city of Trees, Jay here. And that's a big week in Sacramento.
Yeah, it's huge.
Let's start.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I'm going to start with what happened today. The Sac Republic FC broke ground on its new stadium at the Rail Yards in Sacramento earlier this morning. And it's a $175 million project set to open in 2027. We'll have 12,000 seats, can expand to 15,000 for concerts and other events. And I feel like I saw the location when I was driving back from the airport yesterday. You can see it right off the freeway. So you got that going on. And then we also got the news. I think Michelle Dapper was one of the ones, first on this. Also, Chris Biederman as well. Sacramento State planning to a new 25,000 seat football stadium. We thought it might be on campus, but now it seems like Cal Expo and Sacramento State are holding talks. There's a board meeting on August 28th. One of the items listed for Cal Expo is review for approval agreement to memorialize activities for the Sac State football stadium. So before I take, I don't want to say shots, before I look at the negative, we get 2 new stadiums, Sac State and Republic FC. I think that puts us on the map, Jay. Because here's the thing. When I go,
we've been on the map.
I know, but I'm saying even more so. Because when I drive around, when I travel places, I always see a huge football stadium, even Louisville. They expanded theirs. They got the soccer stadium as well. But, if you got a football stadium, a basketball, a soccer, from the aerial view as you flying in.
Yeah.
That says something,
Pleasant
man.
to the eyes.
Right,
Mhm.
right. And as you know, and I think our city leaders, are hoping this is the case. You build one, then you start developing around it too. And that expansion comes not only from an athletic standpoint, talking about from a retail standpoint, from a housing standpoint. Like by 2027, if both of these are done and up and running, that's a major come up for the city of Sacramento.
No doubt about it. The groundbreaking today for the Sac Republic's new stadium, the esteemed gentlemen out there and ladies, but I saw a bunch of guys out in suits and, breaking out the shovel and hard hats. And so that's dope situation. It's interesting as somebody that's been born and raised here in Sacramento and have the opportunities to live in other metropolitan cities of Houston and LA and Bay Area. Sacramento is right on the precipice of like, it is. I'll say this. Let me take a step back. I saw, I want to say it was Eric Crocker, friend of the show, who works for Locked On 49ers head coach. High school is escaping me right now. We'll ask Joe Davison here coming up in about 15 minutes. Eric Crocker, former DB in the NFL and college. He's got a new head coaching position down in Stockton. But I saw Eric Crocker say something in the Reformer. Remember what Gilbert Arenas and Josiah Johnson and all them was talking low head, talking about, man, Sacramento, y'all got 400,000, 500,000 people, something like that. And then Eric Crocker's like, man, them dudes are tripping. Sacramento's a big city. They got more than 500,000. They got something like 600,000-700,000.
Yeah.
And I jumped in and said, man, I think y'all need to rehash them numbers. The surrounding area of Sacramento, 2 million plus.
Really?
Because you talking about the Elk Groves, the Folsoms, the Rocklands, the Rosevilles. That's Sacramento. Ain't nobody around here claiming it. As much as Folsom High School was all good, fine, and dandy, ain't nobody walking around here talking about I'm from Folsom, California. Right. Bro, you went to Folsom High, you from Sacramento. That's the truth. Okay. You went to Elk Grove High, you still from Sacramento. That's part of the situation. School districts and conferences and all that type of stuff. And again, we'll have this conversation with Joe D. Yeah. It's so confusing every single day that it's amazing. It changes every single year. I've talked to Joe D about why in the hell is these people like my high school, we playing Fairfield High and Rodriguez, and we ain't playing Kennedy no more. Kennedy playing Rockland. It's like, it don't make no sense. But I say that to say it's a great example of Sacramento is spread out so hugely now, Drapes. We have a tremendous amount of people throughout Sacramento. And so having one stadium like Golden One Center, having Sutter Health Park, having Health Hard Park, those things are fantastic and great, but we're running out of space when it comes to venues. Look around. Hughes Stadium is rocking and rolling when it comes to playoffs. And in high school, I believe McClatchy still plays there, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they do. But there are other high schools like Sac High right now. They play on Saturdays. They never play on Friday night unless they're on the road for the most part. We need these type of venues. We know Dr. Woods over in Sac State has been pushing and pushing and pushing, Drapes, about making this thing just a little bit bigger. When you have a Chris Haynes hosting a fundraiser event with the big Diesel and Mike Bibby and guys like that coming up on Wednesday, that lets you know we no longer playing in the kiddie pool. It's time to expand. We're looking for the corporate investment. We're looking for the big money. As Sac Republic said for years, we're looking for the whale, the big fish to come in and push behind it. Well, guess what? They didn't have to look far. They went right down 99 and they got casino money.
Yep.
The big fish and the big whale is right in our back pockets, or backyard, I should say. And so Sacramento is just expanding. No longer is it, when my grandmother loved her to death, who went from Blythe, California to Merced and came up here to Clarksburg after that, and then came up here to Sacramento. The furthest you could go south at that point in time was Fruit Ridge. Anything past Fruit Ridge was country. When she was in high school and as a kid, you talked to Chris Verlade and talked about his grandparents, his grandmother who came here, Mexican of descent come from Mexico and talk about him growing up, in the Sutterville area where we had a water park and a lot of people didn't even know it. Those things are now blowing up. We're bigger. We're better. We got ESPN coming to our backyard here on Saturday.
Yep.
We're doing big things. We got 9 national games. It is time for Sacramento to shake loose and understand we have to grow and become a little bit bigger. It's a metropolitan. So seeing stadiums, see, Drapes, you come from the East Coast. Philly. Right off the freeway, I look over, I see Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, you see all of them right
You see all the boys all lined up.
Yeah.
Those are the type of things when you're rocking down I-5, you're getting ready to see now. You see Golden One, you see the sign, you see the high rise that's been there for the longest, that's got the apartments, the condos. You see the Sacramento Kings sign up. Now you look over, you're looking at the bridge, and now you see a brand new rail stadium. Now you look over and see the SMUD Museum building.
Yep.
Like those things are blowing up. That's how we living, bro. It's changed.
From the 916, Sacramento has a larger media market than half the teams in Major League Baseball.
Man,
I will say this, Jay, because that texture is 100% correct. I got the Nielsen media market numbers right here. Sacramento is the 20th largest media market.
Yeah. And really we're brought down because of radio.
Right.
Because Stockton has their own.
Yeah.
And television, they don't, though.
They don't. So we get that.
We get that, Yeah.
In TV, we're bigger than Charlotte. We're bigger than Portland. We're bigger than Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Salt Lake City, Baltimore, San Diego. These are all cities that for some reason are looked at differently than Sacramento. Sacramento, I'm talking outside of our listening area, it's almost viewed as a small town. So how do we change that narrative? And to your point, I think stadiums that are being built. We got A's baseball here. I was told this weekend other things are coming. Not necessarily sports, but
break some news right now. I can't
do that. I can't do that.
I have it for you right now.
Somebody told me, in the next 3 to 6 months, watch some of the big things happening in Sacramento.
Meaning what? Was that
industry?
Events? Oh, okay, industry.
Growth. Not just an event, but maybe a company moving in or a building, whatever. Enterprise.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Corporation.
Exactly. And so, to your point, we gotta let people know, and Sacramento is growing. You look at Doco and how it's expanding out there. You look at the rail yards, that undeveloped area, and how much you can do with that. So I'm excited. With that being said, though, I want to ask you about this Sac State Cal Expo situation.
Yeah, that's the one that's a little tricky.
Here, I got 2 points on this, Jay, that I want to make. The first point is, as much as we love Cal Expo and all the great events, I think it needs to be upgraded somehow.
Meaning the grounds.
The grounds.
I agree with you.
Like whether it's the football state, something needs to go there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it needs to be more of a destination. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is.
Well, allegedly the water park is coming back.
The water park's coming back?
Allegedly, that's what the ownership group, and I should know the name, it escapes me, I'll look it up. But from what I had read, the purposes was buying it, refreshing the area, creating something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, I'm all for Sac State having a football stadium there because I think that will lead to further expansion and development in that area. With that being said, and I understand Sac State's a little different in terms of it's a commuter campus mostly.
Yeah.
But damn, an on-campus facility would be nice. You've been to college football games, Jay. I'm from Philadelphia. I heard Alan Stiles talk about it. Temple University playing at Lincoln Financial. Students don't even go to that. They don't even go to the game.
Okay.
Let me ask you this too, because we were talking, I took Nick down to San Diego State for a visit. Their students also got to hop on a bus or a shuttle or something like. To me, it's something about an on-campus stadium. Basketball, football, you name it. Even at small Winona State University, we used to just walk several blocks to go to a game. I'm not saying I'm against Cal Expo, because clearly Dr. Wood and all them, they've done their research.
Sure.
You know? My concern is this. Citizens and residents of the city of Sacramento and the surrounding areas, we got to do a bang-up job supporting our local schools.
I'm with you on that.
If we're going to build this over at Cal Expo, we got to show up. We got to pack the place out. I have not been to a Sac State game yet.
Wait a minute.
Hold up, big fella.
Big fella.
Hold up, big time. But I'm going this year.
Big fella.
I'm going to holler at my boy Brendan. I'm going to holler at Coach Marion.
How long you been here? Big fella, how long you been here?
It's my sixth King season, 5 years.
Sixth King season.
Yeah.
So if I'm not hearing you correctly, you could be pulling a pension from the NBA. Because the NBA pension is 5 years. It kicks off, right?
Not for me, though.
I'm just asking.
All right.
Yeah, if you play in the league, you have 5 years. So you could have started elementary school and be graduating right now, and you ain't went to a Sac State football game.
I have not been to a Sac State football.
All right, what's your second point? I'm not.
No. That's I'm going this year though.
Okay.
My boy Lim is there. You know, Coach Brendan Marion. I need to look at I think the first 3 games are on the road, Jay. Let me look at it. I'll look at the schedule. Do they got one in there? I'll beat it. But with that being said, you tell me, because you've been to the games.
Absolutely.
916-339-1140. What's the vibe like? What's the crowd like at Sac State football?
Sac State's got an interesting vibe because, as you said, it is a commuter school.
Yep.
No doubt about it. But for me, there's 2 or 3 things, and I think that's just part of where Sac State is trying to move towards. Sac State doesn't have a lot of land to build outward. They're right smack dab in the middle, right? OD Sac, and you put kind of midtown type situation where you want to put it. And when you look at the way their football stadium is built, the home side, which you don't see on TV for the most part, is normally packed.
Okay.
That's where you see the 15,000, the 17,000, as of late, the last couple of years with the Troy Taylor situations. Teams that's rocking and rolling. They've pulled 20,000 a few times. That's what's been told us attendance. But when you look at the visiting side,
right,
it's a little tougher on the eyes. But Sac State has a pretty good, and I'm watching my words closely because I don't want any stinger up to be like, Jay, we gotta, we're raucous. Like compared to down south, where you come from, the Northeast, the Nebraskas of the world and stuff like that. No, it's not comparable. But it has a good vibe. Now, the issue I've always said is some of the teams like Montana, you go up there in Montana, Jason Ross, who does our morning show, the esteemed voice of the Sac State Hornets, he'll tell you, it's still kind of got that small UC Davis, that what I always say, the town revolves around what's going on with the college and or the high school. They shut it all down.
So they'd be packed at
Absolutely.
Montana.
So you're going to get the 20,000 and it's going to look way bigger. And that's part of Sac State's situation too, is their facilities house quite a bit of people. I always said if it was a little smaller, Sac State would rock. It's bigger than what is thought. And so when you look at, for me, this is just my opinion, and we'll ask Joe D about this because he been vested in Sac State and Sacramento sports for a long time. If it was just a little bit smaller, I think it would look a lot better to the eye. But man, they got a nice little band that get moving, like my alma mater after I left UT, I went to Texas Southern. They come up here, HBCU, they play Cal September the 6th. It's going to be rocking because the band, the Ocean of Soul, is going to be out there. So it's going to pull people.
What date is that?
September 6th, champ. 3rd week of the college football season, or 4th week because they got 0.
Nah.
September 6th.
They on the road September 6th.
Oh, Cal?
Oh, you talking? Oh, Cal. You said, Cal.
TSU comes to play Cal.
Oh, TSU plays
in
Cal.
Berkeley.
Okay, all right.
But I say that in the form of, if you've been to a Cal game, Memorial, I believe, hosts 60,000.
Yeah.
But if you just downsize and look at Sac State, it would look a lot better when it comes to who fills the stadium. The the atmosphere could definitely use an upgrade in certain instances. But, man, they put 15, 17,000, 13, 15, 14, depending on who they play. The tailgating is solid. The band get the rocking. They got the cheerleading, the majorettes. They got the mascot that be out there. Man, it's an atmosphere. They got the trucks, the food trucks on the north side of the end zone. One of our partners, Sky River, they got a nice little VIP step-up booth out there.
Really?
Come on, man. Sac State ain't the worst, but when you look at comparing it to, and I said it might not be the proper verbiage, but when you compare it to the normal college football field, well, hell, we comparing it to Ole Miss.
Right,
it ain't gonna hold the candle.
Okay,
but guess what? Ole Miss ain't got. They ain't got no professional sports.
Yeah.
So that is their go-to throughout the state. Sac State is solid though.
Amadrock, Sac State vibe is dope. When I've been to a game, fans are fanatics. They need to fix the food truck roundup. Lines are all over the place.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you got to figure that out.
Campio, USC is more than 13 miles from Rose Bowl. Sac State is less than 10 miles away from Cal Expo. Come on, man. You can't compare those two, though. Because here's the thing,
USC Rose Bowl putting 100,000 folks.
Yeah, 100,000. Come on now. But I'm looking at Sac State's schedule, and it's criminal. People are weighing in saying, Drape's not been to a Sac State football game yet. It's some BS. That was from the 90s.
That's true. He's not lying. He or she is not lying.
First two games are on the road.
Okay.
Then you got Mercyhurst.
Smoke them.
Central Arkansas.
Yeah, September 20th. Yeah.
Cal Poly.
Okay. Polytech.
That's the home games.
Yeah.
Other home games, Northern Colorado.
Okay.
Montana. Idaho. So which one should I go to, Jay?
All of them. We should have been had season tickets.
You know what?
We should have been had it.
I'm going to look up right now.
That ain't nothing but a phone call. Come on, man. You Kyle Draper. Sac State takes care of us. No doubt about it.
Okay.
It's nothing but love for them. We rocking with UC Davis. We know that. But Sac State is right here. We got nothing but love for them. I think it's, and we got to continue this conversation because we have to break.
Yeah, we got Joe D coming up.
I have a few different areas when it comes to Sac State jumping to Cal Expo too, because my ponies is gone. There's some things that need to be discussed about it. No doubt about it.
916-339-1140. I'm on the Sac State website right now.
What we talking?
About to purchase some tickets.
Before you do it, let's have a conversation.
All right.
Don't hit the
because I'm all about supporting
like you going to Bali or Australia. Yeah.
I'm all about supporting. Coming up, we're going to talk to Joe Davidson about this. We also got to talk to him about the start of the high school football season here in Northern California. We've got some big-time matchups to discuss. Joe D of the Sacramento Bee joins the Drive Guys next on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Allen Styles Show.
Are the Kings the one team in the league that could actually benefit from one of their players having a podcast? Malik, it would probably be Malik, even though he's in all these dang trade rumors. Wouldn't it be nice if you heard stories about the Kings?
You can listen to the Allen Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
Labor Day savings are on at Elk Grove Chevy with $10,500 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter after all rebates. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,500 off new Silverado exclusively at the Elk Grove Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See it all at MadeUsChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work truck and ZR2, not trading 2011 Chevy car truck, not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Made.
Discover Terra Madre Americas, one of the world's most exciting food events, coming to Northern California for the first time this September 26th through 28th. Dig into good, clean, and fair food for all with chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower. Hear music from The War on Drugs, Spoon, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, Jade Bird, and Passion Pit Solo Acoustic. Savor the journey of Terra Madre Americas, only in Sacramento. Details on TerraMadreUSA.com. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
You still have 40 million plus vehicles globally that are driving around with a potential ticking time bomb, a grenade in either their steering wheel or their dashboard. When we look to what injuries may have transpired from a defective airbag, we generally see loss of vision in an eye, or we see facial lacerations. We also see hearing loss. Unfortunately, we started seeing death after death after death. When that passenger airbag exploded, it basically degloved his entire face. He lost his nose, he lost his right eye. The type of catastrophic injuries that one is more accustomed to seeing in a Hollywood movie, not something from a device in an automobile that's supposed to protect you. Morgan & Morgan has a national reach in terms of handling and prosecuting cases, notwithstanding the team of lawyers that we have collected that focus only on product liability day in and day out.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
JTV Jewelry Television knows you love to sparkle, so now's your time to shine like the star you are. Enter JTV's Shine Like a Star sweepstakes for your chance to win $5,000 in dazzling jewelry from top brands, including Rachel Zoe Jewelry and Judith Ripka Jewelry. Plus, just for entering, get $30 off your next qualifying JTV purchase of $99 or more when you opt in for emails. Enter now at jtv.com/likeastar. And remember, if you love jewelry, you'll love JTV.
Bring the whole family to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. It's more than a game. It's an experience your kids will never forget. Enjoy exciting action on the field, delicious ballpark food, and fun activities for all ages. From meeting Dinger the mascot to running the bases every Sunday, there's something for everyone. Create lasting memories with your family this season. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. Got our guy, Joe Davidson, joining us on the StreamYard, the YouTube chat. You can see his beautiful face there. Look at him. He getting ready. He getting in mid-season form, taking a swig of water. Joe D, thanks for joining, man. You're on with Drapes. We got Jay, and our guy Ramsey was like, I got to be a part of this segment. Joe D, big week, man. How you feeling about the start of football season?
Grapes, good to hear from you. Jay, always good. Look at Jay looking over. Look like a DJ.
Right,
DJ the J.
Joe D, you got us, man?
I hear you. Can you hear me okay?
All right. We still efforting. Hold up. I see him there. I know Ramsey's excited, man. I know you fired up. It's like Christmas for you, big fella.
Christmas, start of baseball.
How about
Christmas,
now?
start of baseball season. There's a lot of things. High school football is one of those seasons where I get excited because there are many games outside of the obvious games that I'm ready for. Yeah. And we can definitely talk to Joe D about that right as he hops on with us.
Yeah, we'll talk about that Folsom Grant matchup coming up on Saturday, but it's my pleasure to be joined by Joe Davison, Sacramento Bee sports writer, covers everything sports, including high school sports. Jody, how you feeling, man? Is this like the build up to Christmas where, you're just getting excited and you're ready to get going?
It's good to see you, and you too, Jay, looking like a DJ over there. It's a little bit warmer than Christmas season.
We're gonna have to. I feel like he can hear us.
I can hear you.
We cannot hear him, so Jay is going to effort that. With that being said, Ramsey, we know about the big one Saturday. Are there other ones you're looking at come Friday? Anytime, big time matchups we need to know about?
Most definitely. One of the ones is actually not even in Sacramento. It's in Stockton.
Ooh.
And it's a game I'm potentially thinking of. It's Bishop Manogue for Reno, who is a number 4 team, number 4 ranked team in Nevada, who played a traditional Nevada powerhouse in McQueen, went up there, actually won the game 36-29 last week against the number 3 team in the section at St. Mary's. St. Mary's has been a powerhouse, especially down in Stockton for years, and they've got another team that's upcoming.
All right, let's bring in Joe Davison now of the Sacramento Bee. Joey D, hey, man, I know you've been working hard, getting ready. What's this time of year like for you? What's this week like for you, man?
Well, you mentioned a moment ago it's like Christmas, but it's a little bit. Can you guys hear me?
All right, still efforting Joe D. We're going to work on that. Jay's behind the scenes working on that. Here's the thing, Ramsey. Let me ask you this, because I've come up through high school sports, covering high school sports, La Crosse, Wisconsin, Yakima, Washington, Louisville, Kentucky. What's the high school sports vibe like here in Northern California? I've been removed from it a little bit. I'll go to my Vista Del Lago games with Nick, and, I'll check out Folsom in basketball or something like that. But tell me about the high school vibe out here.
Especially when it comes to football, it's one of potentially, in my opinion, top 5 in the country. I mean,
really?
Yes. I mean, you've got Northern California, Southern California. Just California as a whole is, in my opinion, top 3 state when it comes to top 3, maybe top 4 state when it comes to high school football. The other states you can throw in that when it comes to football.
This way.
You always got Texas.
Yep. Got to have Florida.
You got Florida.
Okay.
And number 4 that most people aren't familiar with, especially West Coast, is Ohio. Ohio is solid when it comes to high school football.
All right, Joe Davison, Sacramento Bee, joining us. All right, Joe, we got you now, big fella. What's this week been like for you, man?
Well, you mentioned a moment ago, Drape said it's like Christmas, only it's 100 degrees, but I'm wearing my cleats. I wear cleats this time of year and all that, but no, it's a fun time of year for guys like me in media. I've been at the Sacramento Bee since 1989, and it's still a great region to cover. It's gotten better earlier in your program. Day is right. There's more than 2 million people in this greater area. It's not just Sacramento, but it's Elk Grove, up Highway 50, all through Placer County, Davis, and all that. And nobody says they're from Folsom. They'll say, well, we're from Sacramento and things like that. So should have another big year in football. We got big-time players, teams, tradition, small schools, large schools, medium schools, city schools, schools in the foothills, things like that. It's everything.
Jody, this is Ramsey here. We've talked many times, especially we talked maybe about a month ago when we both were out here covering the athletics games. Question that I have for you and for our average listener, we'll get into the Folsom Grant game in just a moment, but give them a couple games this week. I've got a few written down myself. Give them a couple games this week that they may want to keep their eye on and may want to step out to, especially on Friday night.
Oh, good ones. The Placer Hillman of Auburn are playing at Casa Roble in Orangevale. That's a good showdown. The teams had a meeting last year. They're 2 smaller schools, so that's a good game. Andercombe Tigers of Natomas Unified are at Monterey Trail in Elk Grove. There's 2 Division I teams in our SACB top 10, so that's a good toss-up. And 8-man football is a big deal now. It's an effort to save some schools from dropping the program. So Valley Christian of Roseville, 250 kids, will play the Delta St. Sacramento River in 8-man. That's the first time we've had 8-man around here. So we got it all over the place. We got Turlock of the 209 is playing at Rockland as well, all Friday night games, and then the big whammer on Saturday.
Yeah, let's talk about the big whammer, Folsom at Grant on ESPN. Handicap this matchup. We know about both programs, 1 and 2, I believe, in our region as well. Handicap this matchup for me.
Well, it's a good one. Folsom has 18 guys with scholarship offers, Division I. 18.
Damn.
That might be a record for an area team. Grant has 15. Wow. And we're talking guys with commitments to USC and everywhere else, and verbal commitments to Sacramento State. None of those offers mean anything until they sign binding letters of intent, but it's a nice head start. Both teams have dudes in the trenches. Ryder Lyons is a 5-star quarterback for Folsom. He's as great a quarterback as we've ever had around here, which is saying a lot. I think it's you got the city school Grant, you got Folsom, won the last 4 section Division I championship. Grant's won 3 in a row. So this is really good. It's great for a national audience on ESPN and 7:30 on Saturday.
Again, Joe D here. Sacramento will be with us live on 11:40 a.m. Joe D, there's another athlete on the Grant side that I definitely like to mention. He's been mentioned on Max Preps, technically as a tight end, as a number 5 tight end in the country. Speak to the listeners about Zoe Edwards from Grant, especially with the fame that he had catching the winning touchdown in the section championship against Rockland last season.
We talked about that the last time we ran into each other.
Yes, sir.
So to set the record straight, he's actually a receiver. At 6'6", it's easy to assume he's a tight end, but he's very slender, very great instincts, adjusts to the ball. He's like the number 1 junior recruit in California or Northern California. The touchdown catch that he had to beat Rockland was one of the best plays I've ever seen. He wrapped around a defensive back and game-winning touchdown, and he yanked his helmet off. He was all excited. And if the Pacers have to do anything, they have to calm him down a little bit, because referees love to throw penalties on guys who pull their helmets off. Yeah, but these are kids, and they're having the time of their life, and he just made a fantastic play. Referees talk to him, say, hey, you can't do that next time, because if you get thrown out of a high school game, it used to be a 1-game sit-out. It is now a 3-game minimum sit-out, because it's an effort to really squash bad sportsmanship. We have a lot of good referees who will talk to these kids so they don't get to that point. We don't want to have guys missing games for being excited. And he has a teammate, Kobe Shabazz. His nickname is Cheese, which is cool because he likes to smile, and he's a terrific receiver as well.
Joe Davison joining us. Joe, we know about the big game, obviously, Folsom Grant. Give me some other teams this season to keep an eye on. St. Mary's, Oak Ridge, Rockland. Like, who are some other teams that you expect to be there at the end and make deep runs?
Well, I'm going to just go over some of our top teams here, Drapes. With Oak Ridge up in El Dorado Hills has been in the last 3 Section Division I championships. Casey Taylor, terrific coach. The Rockland Thunder, we touched on them. Granite Bay Grizzlies, also the Sierra Foothill League. That's how deep that league is. 12 Bridges of Lincoln in Placer County. Amazing story. Chris Bean is their coach. And that team just opened 4 years ago. And they're that school. And they went 12-1 2 years ago. And last season they went 14-1 and played for a state championship. That's incredibly unusual because normally new schools take years to get going in football. You have no tradition. You have nobody out of the weight room. It just takes years. They buck the norm. And another one that's kind of bucked the norm is West Park of Roseville. That school's only 5 years old, and they've already had back-to-back 10-win seasons. And then we got the old Placer Hillman, been around for 100 years, and the Oak Grove Thunder and Herd opened in 1897. So some of these schools, Sac High Dragons and Oak Park, have been around since 1876. I don't think they were playing football back then, but they played football before anybody else around here.
Joined by the legendary Joe Davidson. Big Joe, man, you know, one of the things I'm always super excited about around football is I get to learn so many different new people, so many different coaches, so many different assistant coaches. One of the things I don't think I've ever asked you is someone who's put in the time, Hall of Famer. I don't care what you say, legendary, deserves your flowers, your roses, your daffodils, all of those good things. how in the hell do you keep up with so many people every single year? Like, are you walking around with a notepad or now a tablet? Like, how do you keep up with so many different coaches and players and names?
Well, thanks for all the flowers and the roses. Sometimes I get a handful of weeds, because somebody doesn't like something. But I don't know. It's been a passion. It's been a fun gig. It's the only gig I ever wanted to do. I did the Kings and the NBA, coordinated our NBA coverage in the 2000s when we had Vlade and Weber and Rick Adelman. But I was always wanted to get back to the local stuff. And the pompous answer, Jay, would be, well, it's important to know because it's my job to know. But no, it's sometimes I can't remember my mother's birthday, my twin sister's birthday. I can't remember what day, but I could remember other stuff like you're mentioning. But trust me, I keep a notepad and I keep a bunch of history and notes and all that. And when I write some of my stories, I like to connect the generation gap, that a team did this back then, or this player played then for this team way back when. So that way the new readers, the Kyle Drapers who relocate from the East Coast, could understand what's going on. One thing that's great about this region is it's not dominated by private schools, unlike the Bay Area, unlike San Diego, unlike Orange County, unlike Los Angeles. Our best programs in football have been the public schools, all the schools we mentioned, headed by Grant, the city school. Grant prides itself in being called Sacramento City School, and then Folsom. And so I think that's neat to see. Jesuit is a top 10 Sacramento B ranked team most every year, but haven't been to a section final since 2002. So they haven't, hasn't been a dominant showing there, though they have a great coach and program. But it's been the public schools and but I appreciate the kudos on that, Jay. But it's good to remember the good stuff.
Again, Jody here with us with the Sacramento Bee, and you just alluded to it, talking about some of the other schools, the Bay Area, the Southern California schools. Speak to the fact now, especially in recent years, and including this season, how the Sac Joaquin section teams are stepping out and playing teams. Like, for example, this weekend, Bishop Manogue from Reno is a number 4 team in Nevada, playing the St. Mary's of Stockton. You got Grant playing multiple teams outside of the region. They got Central East from Fresno coming in next week. They got to go down to Lincoln to San Diego, who they played last year with an Achilles Smith Jr. Folsom is playing a few Bay Area teams. A multitude of teams are playing De La Salle from Concord. Folsom is going in a couple weeks down to Mission Viejo to play the number 4 team in the state. Just speak to how Sacramento football has expanded and is getting larger exposure to those that may not be familiar with what we're speaking to.
Well, for decades, in the 90s, in the 2000s, nobody played outside of area. It was just normally the first few games were neighborhood games. And I remember doing a story on that like 25 years ago. And why doesn't anybody play up? And it just wasn't the thought process then. But as football has gotten better, and the state football playoff started in 2006, California was the last state in America to finally get a state football tournament. It took that long to get on the same page. That's when people started doing ambitious scheduling. And playing a brutal non-league doesn't count against your league, and it's not going to prevent you from getting in the playoffs. It's a great way to gauge yourself, challenge yourself. It's good for the product. And I applaud these teams. You mentioned some of those incredible schedules. We still have a lot of local teams, Placer, Casa Roble, teams like that, will play locally. They don't feel like they're at that level where they could be going across a state to play somebody. And scheduling's hard. They're usually 2-year contracts, home and away. And a lot of times, it's for years, Grant and Folsom have tried to play each other. They just didn't have an opening. One team may have week 1 open, the other one may have week 3. That kind of thing. So I think it's terrific. Another one of note is Folsom at Sarah of San Mateo, which was in the state final open division, the top class 3 years in a row until didn't make it last year. But yeah, I think it's excellent. And it's good for state rankings because you have these state heavyweights going head to head. So you don't have to compare scores. You could have on-field results to help decide those rankings.
Sacramento Bee, Joe Davidson joining us here on the Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140 as high school football season gets underway this week. Joe, I want to switch gears just a little bit. You know, Sac State in talks with Cal Expo about a potential stadium there at Cal Expo. What do you make of that? And, you know, I see some pros and cons. What do you think about that idea?
I agree. At first, I thought, how can you play off campus?
Right.
You know, it feels so disconnected. And then I was talking to some of the Sac State folks on Saturday watching their scrimmage. And then I came to realize, I said, you know, it's good business to listen. And the CEO of Cal Expo is the one who reached out to Sacramento State, reached out to President Luke Wood and said, hey, we may have an opening here and need a tenant. And both teams are funded by the state of California. So if you're looking to have to raise funds to get this done, they don't have to do that. So you do anything you can to get a stadium going. And Sac State wants to move up from the FCS to the highest division of FBS. And maybe this is their fastest way to do it. And but it could take years to get that thing going. But if they're both on the same page and if they could get the funding, it could happen sooner than later. What's going to happen with existing Hornet Stadium if they go to Cal Expo? They want to tear up the track and put a new track down and make it a first-class collegiate facility. And what that does, it gets Sacramento State right back into the bidding wars for hosting NCAA championships and the U.S. Olympic trials. Sacramento's had the U.S. Olympic trials in 2000, 2004, but the track is just beaten up. It's old. So there's always something and always a plan. I was curious if Sacramento State was trying to open a basketball arena on campus, and maybe that's where it would be placed, would be on Hornet Stadium area. No, it's going to be a little bit further away behind the end zone. So kudos to the ambition of Sacramento State trying to do something better for its football program and for Sacramento. And Kyle, you got to go to a game.
Yeah, come on, Joe. Tell him, man.
You heard that? Oh man.
I just like when you said, which game should I go? And then Jay goes, all of them.
All of them. I'm there this year for sure. I'm there. I'll take the kids. I'm going to be out there for sure, Joe.
And UC Davis is a good watch. You know, nice little cozy stadium. UC Davis is perfectly comfortable playing in FCS. And that's a fantastic level of football. A lot of guys get drafted. It's not as big as USC, Cal, Michigan, and all that. We get that, but it's pretty darn good football. And UC Davis had its best season in the FCS last season, and they're top 10, top 7 ranked in FCS this season. So good college football around here. And it's good for Sacramento when both teams are good. And both teams look like they're going to be good this season.
Joe, last one is we got to get ready to let you go here, man. I'll leave it out there for you. Give me the crystal ball. The Joe Davidson look, beginning of the season starts this week. Who you think is taking our sections, D1 and D2 here in football?
Well, it's either going to be Grant or Folsom in Division I because they're both now Division I. Grant's moved up. So I'm going to go with Folsom because they've won the last 4 in a row. And they got the best player in California in Ryder Lyons, 5-star recruit, who I think is going to be an NFL player. Division II, it could be Jesuit, could be Rockland, could be St. Mary's or Manteca, the two 209 teams. Division III, Destiny Christian, the former Capital Christian. They got big dudes. They got 5 guys in the offensive line who tip over 6'5" and 300 pounds. They don't miss meals. So it's going to be pretty good. All subject to change, but we should have another terrific season of high school football.
That's our guy, Joe Davidson, writes for the Sacramento Bee. You can follow him on social media, on Twitter, SacB_Joe D. Joe, we will talk to you throughout the season, man. Good luck. It's a lot of exciting games, man. Appreciate you for taking the time with us.
Always good, guys. We'll talk again.
All right, that's our guy, Joe Davis in Sacramento Bee. Ramsey had to chime in on this one. I know you fired up just like Joe D is.
Most definitely. And he just mentioned some teams, and he put me up on a little game because I didn't know Grant moved up to Division I.
Yeah, they won the last 3 years.
Yeah, because, I mean, they had been Division II, as we said. I saw the catch that we were speaking of with Zoe Edwards right in front of me in the end zone against Rockland. I mean, Destiny Christian, they have started to come up because they were on the come up last year. And like you said, Destiny Christian got some dudes, and we'll see what the Folsom and Grant game looks like come Saturday. I've got a slightly different opinion about the game than most, but we'll see how it plays out. And there's some And there's other teams that we really didn't even get into that he's mentioned that are going to be powerhouses. But like he said, the St. Mary's, the 12 Bridges, those are teams you need to watch out for and look for this season.
All right, we got much more with the Drive guys coming up. Coming up next, our guy, Dayquan Plouden. That's right, of the Sacramento Kings. Signed a 2-way deal with the Kings. He was a Summer League star. He's going to be joining the Drive guys, Drapes and Jay, here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Thunder, feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you. Lightning and the thunder. The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. Thunder. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Draper for Bell Brothers, the No Surprise guys. Right now is the perfect time to take advantage of their massive Labor Day savings. Up to $2,500 off select heating and cooling systems. Plus, they'll throw in a free 50-gallon water heater. These deals won't last long, so call Bell Brothers, the No Surprise guys, or visit them at nosurpriseguys.com.
One, 2, 3, 4. If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, that's easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Visit your local store to start saving. Yo. It's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details.
Yo.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure.
1, 2.
It's the money most
1, 2.
you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No. You need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 select models only.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed a musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, the A's have played better than 500 baseball since the end of June, and one reason, improved starting pitching. And now that Luis Severino is on the IL, rookies comprise 4/5 of that rotation, including 22-year-old Luis Morales, a consensus top 5 prospect in the A's organization.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
And we're back live during a Flex Alert.
Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Whitey, Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair, the Drive Guys.
Back here on the Drive Guys. Jay behind the boards holding it down. Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes here, Kyle Draper holding it down till 6. Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back on Monday, getting a well-deserved vacation before your boy dip out off the grid. Dude, I'm gonna tell you,
be able to find you, brother.
You might be a little too young for this, Dave. No, you might not. Remember that? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
You go get the trench coat,
right,
man.
Go get the trench coat, magnifying glass, and all that. Well, that's
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
That's how I'm gonna be, big fella. That's how I'm gonna be dropping pins all over the world.
Atta boy.
Oh, Drape's over here this day. Oh, you're in this country this day. So looking forward to that. Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back coming up next week. In just a few minutes, we're going to be joined by Sacramento Kings guard / forward swingman Dayquan Plouden. This guy was a star at Summer League, raised some eyebrows. His play was so good, it earned him a two-way spot, a two-way contract with the Kings. And I did not know this at the time, but I did my research. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yay, man.
Oh, he's like 10 minutes from where I grew
Germantown.
up.
Where is he part from?
He's from Germantown section of Philly.
Okay.
Two neighborhoods over from
what's your hood?
West Oak Lane.
West Oak Lane.
So we'll see if he heard of that. I guarantee, come on, man. It's a stone's throw.
Right.
I'm in Germantown all the time when I go back home.
Now, I'm going to ask you, because we're going to ask him whose hood is better. We got more. What's more? His high school, your high school is null and void, right?
Yeah, I think
you're done, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I think they closed mine.
What would be his high school?
That's what I need to ask him, because his high school is listed as Mastery Charter North School. But I think Mastery Charter like folded into like 3 or 4 other schools, because there was no Mastery Charter when I was coming up, big fella. But then they switched to the charter school system. And so I think they created a few things. So we'll ask Dayquan about that. He ain't on right now.
It should be.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me look at my guy right there, Dayquan Plouden of the Sacramento Kings, joining the drive, guys. Dayquan, it's Drapes, it's Jay. You got us, man?
I got you. What's going on?
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
Man. There's something going on with our board or something, man.
Jay going to get back to Dayquan, but before I get into my interview with him, he's from the Germantown section of Philly. I'm from West Oak Lane. Stone's throw. So, I'm going to have to ask him about the cheesesteak. Who got the best cheesesteak out there? Does he go to Germantown Ave to do shopping as a kid growing up? Those kind of things. Is he a Philadelphia Eagles fan? Remember, he played for the Atlanta Hawks also. Might he be an Atlanta Falcons fan? So we're going to get into that with Dayquan Plouden coming up in just a little bit. But I will say, when I looked at his numbers from his time in Atlanta, it was a short stint. And I'm like, how come this dude didn't get more of an opportunity in Atlanta? Only played in a handful of games, spot duty here and there. But shot 53%.
You guys got me? Can you hear me?
Average close to 7 points per game in his time with Atlanta. How come he didn't get more of a shot? Let's bring in Dayquan. Dayquan, can you hear us now, man? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Come on, Jay. He's still efforting Dayquan in the car, man. Hang on with us. Sacramento Kings guard / forward Dayquan Plouden going to be joining the drive guys here in just a minute. But, when I look at the Summer League, so much was made about Neat Clifford, Max Reynaud, obviously, Isaac Jones. But in terms of a two-way player, a guy that could do it on both ends, and my co-host Kevin Whitey Gleason would always sing his praises. Obviously, Dayquan's a shooter as well. But what I saw was a competitor on both ends of the floor. I saw him get after it defensively, and listed as 6'6", as well. And we talk about, man, we need some wing depth. We need some wing help. And we've seen the Kings come up with undrafted players who have sort of open eyes, if you will. The Keon Ellis of the world. I fully expect Isaac Jones to take a huge leap this season as well. And why not Dayquan Plouden? When you look at this Kings roster, I know we're heavy on the 2-guard spot. But who's backing up DeMar DeRozan? Who's our backup 3 right now? Dayquan's 6'6". Who's our backup 3? Dayquan is a guy that can knock down the 3 ball. I mentioned his numbers out there in Atlanta. We saw him in the Summer League, and he should be joining us now on the Drive Guys. This man, you're on with Draper and Jake. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
My guy. First of all, where you at right now?
I'm back home in Philly.
Hold up there. I don't know if you heard what I was saying. before we get into basketball, you know how it is when you get old. I'm from Philly also. I'm from West Oak Lane, 72nd and Ocon's. How far is that from where you grew up?
And I grew up in Germantown, right over there by LaSalle.
Explorers Den right over there.
Yes, sir.
So you like 5 minutes from where I grew up right there. No doubt about
Not
it.
far at all.
Yep. Appreciate you jumping on with us, my man. First of all, I'm going to talk about your journey to the NBA here in a second, playing with the Atlanta Hawks, also playing it with the Birmingham Squadron, Osceola Magic. You bounced around a little bit. What was it like when you got the word from Sacramento and the Kings said, you know what? We want you to be a part of our organization. We want to offer you this two-way deal. What was that like?
It was amazing, man. It just wanted to go show that the patience and the work that we've been putting in and the trust that the Sacramento team has in us has all been showing off the right way. So it was amazing to have the opportunity to put those guys in the summer league and showcase what I can do most into the basketball. And like I said, it was the emotions that they had in me to bring me on board.
Dayquan, as much as I think I know how you're going to answer this big time, going into the summer league, knowing you have the opportunity, what were you thinking? Oh man, I got to go in there and show and prove who I am. I got to do a little something extra. Or were you looking at it in the form of, I'm just going here and be myself, and eyebrows are raised if I'm just doing me?
Honestly, I think it was just that. I went in there without no expectations, but just to go play basketball, have fun, in the moment, and be present. I feel like doing those things, everything else while I'm out on the floor takes care of itself. So just definitely trying to focus on just going out there, playing free, and just being present with the team in that moment.
Our guy Dayquan Plouden joining us on the Drive Guys here, Sacktown Sports. Dayquan, what do you bring to the table? I mentioned some of your shooting numbers. You're known for that, but tell me about your overall game. How would you describe it?
Yeah, man, I think it all boils down to me being a competitor. I feel like, we can talk about the offense, but I feel like overall I'm just a competitor out there on the floor. I'm a defend. You see the shooting piece has increased over the years, and I can do a little bit of everything while I'm out there on the floor. But definitely just coming out and competing, man. That's really where the fun to the game is.
Joined by Dayquan Plouden, Philadelphia's finest. I guess I could say that for y'all both.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Welcome to the West Coast, champ. DQ, man, you from a little birdie, a.k.a. friend of the show, Law Murray, man. He had tweeted out something last week that kind of blew up around here in Northern California about you and a few of your Kings compadres, rocking and rolling on the court last week down in SoCal. Devin Carter, I. Jones, Big Max, and so forth, and you being a part of that five. Man, speak to that. What was going on? Were y'all really running and hooping, and were y'all putting cats away? Were they overblowing the situation? Or how was y'all getting down last week?
Yeah, man, I think I've seen it as an opportunity for us to build chemistry. But like we was running the floor. We was playing together. It was, like I said, taking that time to build that chemistry. But overall, we was out there. We was having fun and competing at a high level.
Dayquan Plouden. Hey, D, how much interaction have you had with Doug Christie? I know Dip was coaching the summer league, but Doug was around. How much interaction have you had with Doug?
A lot. Like that let me know how much he's invested in every piece and part of his organization, that he's coaching. So he definitely pulls me to the side, talks to me about technique, talks to me about offense, defense. Like the way Doug pulls all his players in, like Doug's a player coach for real. He's definitely a good one.
Wow, that's big time. Joined by Dayquan Plouden. The one of the interesting things, Dayquan, is, and Drapes was talking about it as we were trying to get you connected. It feels like to fans around here, because we get to talk to the fans every single day. They get to listen to us. We interact, communicate, that there is a missing piece in the front court as far as a 3-and-D guy or, athletic 3 guy. And how we first pinpointed yourself outside of college was you impressed a few of us as far as in the summer league, but you fit that part. You seem to fill that role. Is that something that you are aware of? Or again, is that just like, man, this is just who I am. I'm hooping.
I think It's a mix of both. I think as I started to progress, making it to the league and whatnot, that's kind of like the archetype that they were preaching to me about fitting. But then there's also the piece of like just being a competitor, and whatever my coach needs from me, I can go out there and do it and take care of it. So I really think it's a bit of a mix of both.
Dayquan Plouden joining us. You played with the Hawks, had a cup of tea with them. Can you just speak to your NBA journey? And, a lot of times, guys will come out of college and be known as scorers, be able to fill it up. I'm looking at some of your stats from Bowling Green as well. How did you have to adapt your game to make it to this level? If you understand what I mean, because everybody can score the basketball. How did you adapt your game and realize, I got to do some other things to get to this level too?
I think it was just understanding how to stand out. I think, like you said, you see a lot of guys that come out of college that can score the basketball really well and, try to use that to get their foot in the door. But, I was a two-way player in college as well. And although I could score the basketball, I knew that being able to guard in this league would be something that stands out the most. And that's something that I pride myself on, is trying to guard and trying to be a defensive stopper. And just the information that I picked up along the way as well with a lot of my vets, a lot of my coaching staff, that's something that stuck off the page the most. You guys didn't hear it from Doug directly, but the first thing that Doug said to us when he met with everybody was, "Who here picks up 94 feet?" And that was him already implementing what he wanted to see and who sticks out and who does that before we even got started on the court with everything. So I think I really just understood, how to stick off the page and what guys really want to see, because as we all know, we got amazing scorers in the league. Everybody can score the basketball, and they're getting paid to score the ball. So, I think it was just understanding what the league could use more of.
Wow. Dayquan, man, you family now, brother. So I just want to make sure I get the proper wordage, man. What's the nickname? They call you DQ, DP, Quan? What does everybody call you, big time?
Yeah, man. I really don't got a preference, but some people say DQ, some people say DP. My family members call me Quan. So I really don't got a preference, man.
Okay.
I really don't.
Well, I just want to make sure before I ask you the next question, DQ, you know what I'm saying? Because you family, man. I got the refrigerator open for you if you need to come on through. The Kings named their G League coach today. It's Will Scott. He'll be rocking and rolling for the Stockton Kings, who just, freshly jumped off a G League championship. I know, man, you sharp as a ballpoint pen. I know you wouldn't be remiss to know that the Stockton Kings won the G League championship. Are you excited as much as we're pushing? We're trying to keep you here in Sacramento, no doubt about it. Have you put in your mind dang, I might be rocking and rolling for the defending champs in the G League?
Yeah, man, I think it's hard not to think about, they are part of our organization as well, and helping us develop. And, it's important to keep them in mind as well, so I feel like that's something realistic. And yeah, man, I might be rocking with the defending champs.
Hey, DQ, you obviously grew up in Philly. I grew up in Philly. A lot has changed in terms of the high schools. When I look at, Mastery North, explain that to me. I went to Parkway High School. I know the charter system has come.
Oh yeah,
No, but that means he know about that reputation. He know we had a program back in the day. That's what that means. No, but tell me about your high school upbringing there.
Yeah, man, we essentially built from the ground up. We was a charter school, but we had a lot of people from the area. It was almost like a public school with charter rules. We we had a lot of people from the area, but in terms of like our basketball organization and everything like that, you know, we was family. We built from the ground up. But who wanted to be with us was who we wanted to go out there and battle with on a nightly basis. So, yeah, we really built from the ground up and everything that we did. That was important, man. I feel like that really helped me kind of gain my competitive edge, is, you know, being able to be with those guys as I'm going through my high school career. And like, you know, even now to this day, like all of us are still close. All of us are still boys and everything like that. And we still go back and represent our school.
Man, that's pretty cool. DQ, how does one, you know, minus the fact of you go where you want it? You know, my father always say, man, I like who like me. How does a young man like yourself jump from Philly, Northeast, and it's not the furthest, obviously, Ohio right there, pretty close. But I know, you know, the likes of certain colleges around the Northeast were knocking on the door to want to talk to their parents and, you know, talk to you and talk to coach. Why was Bowling Green a great fit for Dayquan Plouden compared to, I'm pretty sure, you know, other schools knocking on the door?
Yeah, man, I think it was a conversation that I had with my dad, and I had a really vast support system. Everybody was feeding me the right information to be realistic about my choices. But it was really a conversation I had with my dad. And, you know, some organizations was prepared to hand me the keys as soon as I stepped into the organization. And ultimately, my dad came to me and was like, well, I mean, it'll be amazing for you to take up that opportunity to do that. But at the same time, like, who you going to learn from when you get there? Like, you don't want to get there and be the same player and, you know, struggle to figure it out. And now you're stuck in a system that's now put you on the back burner, you know? So it was always, who am I going to learn from? How is that going to make me better? Not just as a player, but as a person as well. So when Bowling Green came knocking on the door, you know, my coach was excited. My coach, Michael Huger, he's actually an assistant coach at Temple now, and we still keep in touch. But one of the things he mentioned to me was like, listen, I love your game. I love you as a person, but when you get to Bowling Green, you're going to have to work for everything. I'm not just going to give you the keys. And I was like, that to me made me feel like they wanted me more, because they wasn't going to just tell me, all right, listen, yeah, you can come to us, we'll give you the keys, and, you know, we'll figure everything else out.
Mm-hmm. That's our guy, DQ, Dayquan Plouden, joining us. Hey, D, what were some of your earliest basketball influences? Who are some of the guys you looked up to? Was it neighborhood guys? Was it your dad? Was it NBA guys? Who'd you look up to growing up?
Yeah, so my dad was a hooper as well. Didn't really get to go like far to play, but, you know, he was really good in his time. But also, you know, some of the guys that I just watched playing in the league and stuff like that, KD, I love KD's game. If we're thinking, like, I used to have like a favorite player for like every position type of thing. So like, I used to watch Rajon Rondo,
former King,
Ray Allen. That's because, you know, the type of shooter that he was. Like I said, KD, Blake Griffin. Like I was watching a lot of these guys, and it just really made me like really fall in love with the game before even like really getting like in tune with playing.
Wow. Joined by Dayquan Plouden. DQ, man, you've had an opportunity to be a professional here the last handful of years, and I must say, you know, and speaking to your team and the people around you, you talk about your circle, man, it's been nothing but high regards about who you are, you know, your character, you know, you as a player, you as an individual, you as a team member, you as a man. So I'm going to say, look, I'm giving you flowers with all that. Now I'm trying to get a little funky, man. Who's a person you trying to go at this year, brother? Who's on your mind? Who is somebody that you're like, you know what? I've had the opportunity to do what I need to do. I need to go prove myself. Is there anybody you're looking forward to, you know, lacing them up against this year?
Honestly, bro, I can't name one specific person. You know, I feel like with the type of competitor I am, I'm ready to compete against anybody and everybody.
That's DQ. How old's your dad, man? And is he from Philly too or no?
Yeah, born and raised.
What high school he go to?
He went to Germantown.
Oh yeah, we used to kick their ass all the time when I played. Yeah, I remember. No, I know. I know. It's still right there on Germantown Ave, right?
On Germantown Ave, yeah.
That's what's up, man. Dayquan Plouden. I just had to get that in there. Let me ask you this: who are some of the, I always try to rep Philly in this regard. Some of the stars that have come through. Obviously we could go back to Wilt Chamberlain. My era, the Rasheed Wallaces of the world. Tell me about just your era of basketball in that city. Who was coming through at that time?
I'm trying to think of who all came through.
Dayquan Plouden. That's first.
Right. He's like me. Baby. That's all that matter, right? That's all that matter. No, because we had Roman Catholic. We had all kinds of Aaron McKee. Yeah.
A lot of players come out of Philly. Like, it's really hard to keep track of how many guys that done tore up the city and then went and played professionally places. So,
dang. What are you a Nike guy, a New Balance guy, like Adidas? What's the type of kicks and look that you rock, man? That's huge in the sports world right now. What's something how you get fresh on the court, man? What you rocking these days?
Yeah, man. I know this summer I've tried out a little bit more. I started with Adidas Nation, essentially. Being with Kalo Elite. But as I started to play, more professional, I've been on the Nike scene. I done tried out some New Balances just to see how they were.
Right.
I ain't really got a preference. I have been buying a lot more Kobe's of late, but I really don't have a preference.
Man, I don't know how y'all hooping in the low tops.
That's nobody wear real high tops anymore, bro.
I don't know how y'all do it, Dayquan. It ain't like the low tops fit. They fitting you right. They feel right.
Man, they comfortable. Comfortable. I can't complain.
Last question for me, D. You obviously played in the NBA before. What was your sort of welcome to the NBA moment? Who did you have to guard and you're like, oh, snap, okay, I'm checking this dude. Do you have any of those?
Yeah, I think my welcome to the NBA moment was last year when I was in Atlanta. We played against Chicago away, so in the United Center. And when I checked in, I was guarding everybody from Cody White to Zach LaVine to some of their younger guys. And I think it was just, and I know a welcome to the NBA moment can usually be like, somebody getting crossed up or dunked on, like as soon as they get in or whatever. But mine was more so like kind of how I handled myself being like just, I ain't gonna say thrown to the wolves, but like thrown in the environment like that. Like I felt like I belonged. Like I felt like all the work that I done put in helped me not really feel over anxious while I'm out here on the floor for the first time, like showcasing myself in front of this organization. So I think just the feeling that I had was like my welcome to the NBA moment. I felt like I was comfortable. Like I felt like I was competing at the highest level and showcasing and like standing out.
Hey, D, I had to pull out that box score because I'm like, oh, yeah, he played against Chicago. I think that was your NBA debut as well. You remember how much you scored that game and how much Zach scored? And I think you got bragging rights in that one, big fella.
We laughed about it. We laughed about it when I seen him up in Sacramento.
You had 19. Zach had 15. Who won that game, though? Who won that game?
We got him.
Y'all got him too. Yeah.
Man, that's what's up. DQ, man, last one on my end, brother. For the people when we ask some of these questions because Sacramento is getting to know you. So with that being said, man, I always, we roll out the red carpet. We super proud to have you as in Sacramento and, as they say, ready to light the beam. Man, your last final message to Sacramento, of course, before you come back on with us because you family now, but what can you say to the fans of Sacramento and let them know about Dayquan Plouden?
Man, I'm excited to be in Sacramento. We're going to have a time for sure. Definitely be ready for some nice dunks because I do get the warm-ups popping. But in terms of, knowing the person behind the player, man, I'm real down to earth, son of God. Definitely, love to be an impact in the community And just excited to get out to Sacramento and really make my impact felt.
Man, that's our guy, Dayquan Plouden, man. You could jump on with us anytime, DQ, man. We really appreciate it. We'll see you about a month when media day and training camp begins.
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
All right, baby. That's Philly's finest, Dayquan Plouden, right there on the drive, guys. Coming up, the NBA schedule is out. My top 5 must-see Sacramento Kings games this season. Games you must tune into. I'll give that to you next here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Drive Guys.
But I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in.
We're starting to get used to it. I'm not having you, actually. You know?
I mean, I actually felt bad for Jay, too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours? And I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what, though? I missed you the other night.
You can listen to The Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief.
More fiber and laxatives, eh?
Who are you?
I'm future you.
Future me?
Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Americans may not agree on much, but we agree on Social Security. We all pay in. It ought to be there when we need it. Social Security could face a funding gap in less than a decade, and I don't want to see a pay cut. I'm with AARP in the fight to protect the Social Security we earned.
Pledge to protect Social Security at aarp.org/weearnedit. That's aarp.org/weearnedit. Paid for by AARP.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. you could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our Giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Nickley, FlexSteel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Back here at Sacktown Sports, 1140, The Drive Guys, Drapes and Jay. Shout out to DQ, Dayquan Plouden. That's an NBA player we just had on for the last 25 minutes. Humble, nice dude. That's how we are from Philly. That humility. Yeah, tell Ramsey. That humility, that's something we
Why you always lying?
Come on, bro. You know, it's funny because I was sitting there like, man, this dude is the complete opposite of everybody that I know that's from Philly. All the folks that I know that are from Philly, Kyle Draper, Anthony Gargano, Skip Eskin, like
right,
all the
Eskin.
Yeah, a bunch of the guys that I know from Philly. They're one thing about the Northeast. My father's side is from Providence.
Okay, yeah,
Rhode Island, right? So not too far from you guys, of course, up there in the Connecticut, the
Boston,
my uncles all be like, yeah, I was out in Mass. I was in Mass. I'm like, what is that, man? Massachusetts? Yeah, Mass. I was up in Vermont. That type of stuff. But they're rah-rah. Mm-hmm. And there's different levels because I think I've even had this conversation with you before. Then you get to like New York. And then it's like they feel like they're gods.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing to them. And then if you take it a step further, like Harlem cats, Uptown, like Harlem dudes, they act like they God's gift to everything. But it's interesting because that's not what I got from DQ.
Yeah.
And you're not as much as that. Now, of course, you got the bravado in many other ways.
No, I got to, and it's the entertainment side of Drapes. You know what I mean? Once the camera's on, it comes out.
But he could have did that too.
Yeah, he could have did that.
He could have came on here and be like, man, I'm going at such and such, and Kevin Durant can't hope. Now, not saying it that way, but he definitely could have came across in a different light. And that's not what I got from him. And I said this to you guys off camera. DQ's his, agent, his circle, his people, everybody that I connected and got information about who he is. It's like, dude, man, he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. I'm not going to reveal every single thing that his team has said because that's not your business, but put it this way. It was high remarks. It was super positive. It was, you're going to love this dude being a part of your organization. He has an opportunity to do something big. And of course, you know, he's got his supporters. They're supposed to say he's nothing but one opportunity away from showcasing what he possibly can do. And it sounds like that's what he, you know, how he feels. So I'm interested to see, man, because we're looking for the length, the athletic, you know, the athletic build like he has. And he said it. Look, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm dunking. Come to the pregame.
His warm-up dunks and everything. You know? No, shout out to him, man. I can't wait because I do think there's an opportunity for him. I mean, it's hard as a two-way player, but when I looked at his first game against Chicago and Zach LaVine, he had 19 points, Jay.
Putting it up quick.
In 25 minutes. He came out there,
that's hooping,
did his thing. And so that shows me might be something there. And the Kings have a history now, I'm going to say it, of finding untapped talent, diamonds in the rough, if you will, uncovering Keon Ellis, our boy Isaac Jones. You know, and so I'm looking forward to seeing DQ, man, and we got to get him back on the show.
Oh man,
for sure.
Listen, if he's operating like that, he's on point. I hit him, you know, to peel back the curtain. Pretty much 99.9%. There may be one time or two times I might forget. I'm intertwined in the conversation with y'all. I give all my guests 15, 20-minute heads up. It's something over my career that I've learned, that I was taught. When you're dealing with athletes, artists, you know, people of interest, they got a lot going on, and sometimes they just checked out. So you have to hit somebody with a 15-minute heads up. But you also know this, Drapes. I'm not asking you to talk any business, but hey, listen, sometimes your schedule revolves around some of the athletes that got to get on the bus to go catch a plane.
Right.
And we know more times than not, they're not on time, let alone, you know, trying to be there. So it's something when you have someone who's like, oh yeah, Jay, I'm good. Let's go, baby. I forgot, glad 15 minutes. I'll be there. Then you look over and he's there 2-3 minutes ahead of time. It sounds crazy because we, as the average everyday person, we operate on schedule and time, and you got to be at work and kids got to be at school. But even we know, even sometimes you're late to that. It's part of it. So imagine if you got a tremendous schedule and, you know, you got to be places and do things. So I guess what I'm saying is you rarely see some of the things that I've heard from his team when it comes to an athlete. How about that? Yeah, and we're going to have the interview with Dayquan Plouden up on our website and our YouTube. Oh, yeah, they're working on it now. You know that. They're working on it now. The NBA schedule came out Thursday, Jay. I know you and Whitey dived into it. I'll give my thoughts here in a minute. Did anything stand out to you? Did any conversations you guys had? I'll tell you what. I was looking at the schedule, and this is just like at first glance, I'm like, damn, this is a difficult schedule. Then I realized in the Western Conference, ain't no nights off other than maybe Utah. You can't sleep on Portland no more. I ain't sleeping on New Orleans if they're healthy. And so this is a difficult schedule here for the Sacramento Kings. And I'll get to my D-list coming up in a second, but I'm looking at that first extended road trip at OKC, Chicago on a back-to-back, Milwaukee and Denver, Jay. I'm like, damn. That's 4 games out of our first 7, 5 out of our first 7 on the road. And I'm like, all right, if we can get through that, and then you got Golden State and OKC, Minnesota. Dog, this first 10 games of the schedule is difficult. But I'm here to tell you, Sacramento Kings fans, a full offseason, a full training camp, if the guys can just hold the fort 500 or better through those first 2 weeks, it lightens up a little bit. Phoenix, Utah, Memphis at the end of November. Then you got Houston. Then you got Miami, a banged up Indiana team. So when I look at this schedule, it's difficult and it has its patches, if you will. But man, if we can get through the first 2 to 3 weeks, get our groove going, build some momentum,
I'm not as negative as everybody else is, or a lot of people are about this season. With that being said, Jay, you got my music?
Yeah, of course.
You got my music?
Of course I do.
Here we go. Play the music, my top 5.
D-list.
Oh, snap. What was that? Hold on.
I sampled it for you real quick.
What was that? What the? I never heard that.
I know, man. I gotta, I'm coming fresh. I'm coming new. So I said, let me just throw that in there real quick,
The D-list.
Hey, man, before we got to the music, I figured I'll let you hear it, instead of combining it.
Damn. Hold on. Cut the music, Jay. Cut the music. Now I got to bring my A game. You introing like that, the G list. I'm bringing my A game now, big fella. I was just going to give my August 18th effort, you know what I mean? But nah, this is my opening night D list effort here. Give it to me, Jay. My top 5 must-see games for the Sacramento Kings this season. And I see you out there on the 209. Every team is difficult for the Kings. So what? It's the NBA. Every team got talent. Here are the 5 games I'm looking forward to this upcoming season for our Sacramento Kings. Right off the jump, October 26th, at home against the Lakers. You have to win that game. Luka, LeBron, DeAndre Ayton, that's a team you need to be battling for position in the West. And Kings fans, let's call it like it is, because we keep it real here on the Drive Guys. LeBron like 50 years old. Luka already banged up in Eurobasket play. This might be the only time we see them dudes.
Come on.
So I'm keeping it real, Jay. You got it. Hey, that's a big game right off the jump, man. Watch LeBron and Luka while you can. Not wishing injuries or anything like that, but the facts are they're getting older. Luka, he may be in great shape, but he's already banged up at Eurobasket, supposed to play tomorrow night. But still, October 26th, first game against the Lakers. Anytime you play LA, that's a big game. That's number 5. Number 4, December 21st, the Houston Rockets. Our first home look at Kevin Durant in a Rockets uniform. Ain't got no Dylan Brooks they got Sabonis Light in Şengün. They added some pieces. Reed Shepherd's going to be playing now. I'm want to see how Kevin Durant fits in with this Houston Rockets team. Because here's the thing. I know KD is a first ballot Hall of Famer, top 20 player of all time. But if you're Houston, you are already knocking at the door. Does Durant take away shots from Şengün, Jabari Smith, some of these other, Fred VanVleet? How's he going to fit in? And here's the thing about Kevin Durant. As brilliant of a ball player as he is, ladies and gentlemen, he just want to go out there and hoop. He's not all warm and fuzzy or anything like that. He leads by example a lot of times. How does he fit in with Ime Udoka, who I believe they worked together in Brooklyn? Ime was an assistant on Steve Nash's staff when KD. But how does that work? So I'm looking forward to that. That's the number 4 game. Number 3. And it depends on what happens here in the next 6 weeks, Jay.
Okay.
January 9th at Golden State.
All right.
You know why I bring that one up?
I was wondering because they got 2 on the back end on the last month. They played one early.
They played one early
okay.
Here at home, though.
Yep.
Could this be Jonathan Kuminga's return to Chase Center? Now, we got to see what happens the next 6 weeks. But this could be a revenge game for Jonathan Kuminga if he's on Sacramento. I can't wait to see that. I can't. Knowing Kuminga and the bad blood that seems to be happening during these negotiations, and we'll talk about him coming up at the top of the hour, Joe Lacob, with some comments to Ramona Shelburne. We're going to talk about that coming up. But knowing Kuminga and the bad blood, he's going to want to show out. 30 points, 28, dunk on Draymond. Take that. So I'm looking forward to that. That's number 3.
And that's the 5th, just to make sure. January 5th. Right?
Did I say 9th?
Yeah. It's the 9th?
No, January 9th at Golden State.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
the one at Golden State where Kuminga returns to Golden State. I believe that's the first time they go back there. Number 2. And this might not be fair. I should probably combine these, but I think we got a new rival when it comes to the Sacramento Kings. Kings fans, let me know how you feel about this. There is a new rival for the Sacramento Kings. We always hate the Lakers, no doubt about that.
Yep.
We always, in my opinion, hate the Warriors. No doubt about that. But our new rival, November 16th on the road and March 17th at home. To me,
do we really hate them?
San Antonio should be one of our rivals.
Why?
Oh, we saw what happened when De'Aaron Fox came back. You hear them boos? Stephon Castle should be in a Kings uniform. A lot of people think we got heisted, fleeced. Like, Spurs. Here's the thing about the Spurs that's pissing me off right now, Jay. They got De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper. Who else they drafted? Somebody else in their lottery. And they didn't have to give up much. How you get all De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, whoever else? Stephon Castle. You ain't give up
Wemby.
You ain't give up no Keldon Johnson.
Sohan.
You ain't give up Sohan. You ain't give up Vassell. Damn. Like, and it's nothing personal against them. I just don't like the way they moving right now from a competitive standpoint. You know what I mean? And it's no offense to De'Aaron Fox or you know, Greg Popovich. Shout out to him, no longer the coach, but shout out to Greg Popovich. It's like, how lucky can they get?
Yeah.
It bothers me, Jay, and it's my list, big fella, not your list.
Yeah.
But those games against the Spurs have added meaning.
Because of the De'Aaron Fox move, or just you hate him? You dislike him?
Mostly, if De'Aaron Fox didn't go there, I ain't worried about it. But now it's Fox. We the ex-girlfriend, Jay. He think he leveled up. That's what I'm talking about. We the jilted lover right now.
Yeah.
He said, I want out. Go ahead, De'Aaron, go somewhere. And now all of a sudden they getting good luck. They getting the number 2 pick in the draft. They don't have to give up any of their major assets. That pisses me off, big fella. To me, we have a new rival in the Western Conference and in San Antonio. And I'll tell you why, too. Not only the De'Aaron Fox, a lot of people thinking the Spurs going to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they getting a lot of love. I tell you that.
Love.
I'm with you on that. They getting tons of love.
They getting tons of love. So that's a team we going to be battling. Those games are going to be supercharged, I think. And so I got the November 16th game and the March 17th game as my 2 and 1.
Okay.
Honorable mention.
Buy one, get one.
Yeah, buy one, get one. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule.
Yep.
I want to see Cooper Flag.
Okay.
But does he move the needle like that to me?
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's not on the D list. Must-see games. The Knicks, Milwaukee, are there any other, man, you better get in on this because it's going to be sold out. As great as the NBA is and as tough as the Western Conference is, in terms of Sacramento, what teams elicit that kind of reaction from us where we got to get there an hour and a half early, 2 hours early to get into the arena?
The Knicks are one.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Knicks.
Oh, Knicks. Mike Brown coming back.
Come on now.
That should be on the list.
I was going to say, we talking about De'Aaron Fox. We sure better look at the Knicks because guess who's coming? Coach Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That might be up there right after Jerry.
It's
Knicks January 14th when they come back home. That's a big game.
That's a big.
What kind of reception does Mike get?
You know, I asked Whitey that same question because with players, you have highlights, you have clips, and they'll be able to roll out a package, you know, in between a timeout in between on the first quarter or something of that nature. They'll roll it out. But for a coach, how can you put a highlight package together that's not going to include a press conference or we know Coach Brown had a few different funny moments.
Turn on the Jets. Yeah.
So, but how do you, beside the fact of you go up there and maybe you throw, coach of the Beam team or your Sacramento Kings breaking the playoff drought, and then you throw him a video. I mean, you throw a picture of him and then point to him in real time. Like, how can you give love to a coach? Beside, staying in O.
And a coach you fired.
Which I think is the reason why he's going to get super love, is because as much as I think Kings fans were resolved in the fact that something had to change, I would venture to say most people didn't believe it would be the head coach that fast.
Right.
So I think he still has a lot of cachet here in Sacramento. I truly believe he's going to get a very loud standing ovation, not only in the opening by Scott Moak, but if and when, because the Kings do a good job of this, when they, first quarter, first timeout, TV break, Kyle Draper's on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
And, Scott Moak is, your Beam team coach. Like, to me, that's a huge game. I think people are paying attention to that.
That might be something we should get into tomorrow, because what kind of, how will Mike Brown be viewed when it's all said and done? Like right now, Rick Adelman, everybody love. Like that's our guy.
Go anywhere in Sacramento, folks gonna know who Rick Adelman is.
But outside of that, who's the next coach after him?
Jerry Reynolds, just because he's been around for so long.
All right, yeah. Is Mike 3 on that list? Sacramento era head coach. Damn, see?
I'd say he's pretty high because he's recent and he broke the drought. People around here love Gary St. Jean, but I'm saying the younger generation have no clue who Gary St. Jean is. Versus, Mike Brown is right now. He's current. He's, he's the brand new cell phone, the brand new iPhone. Like, everybody knows who he is. So I don't know. I think he's high on the list for sure.
All right, that's the D list right there. Top 5 must-see games. I still got San Antonio number 1, but Mike Brown and the Knicks visiting Golden One Center checking in
as 1B?
Number 2. Number 2.
Okay.
I ain't going to give him that. Dude, I'm telling you, because here's the thing, Jay. With De'Aaron Fox, there's some venom there.
For sure.
I don't think there's venom with Mike Brown. I don't think there's booze when he comes back.
I'm with you. I'll tell you on the other side of the break, because I do want to get this answer from you, where I think it's make or break.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's make or break.
All right, we'll dive into that. Plus, the latest on Jonathan Kuminga and your phone calls, 916-339-1140. It's the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Another nice day ahead for Tuesday. Morning temperatures in the upper 50s, afternoon highs in the low 90s with sunshine and an evening Delta breeze. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's about time they fixed that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something?
Boat wins!
Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing?
Boat wins!
Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing?
Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Summer's wrapping up, and life is picking back up. Early mornings, long days, and a to-do list that doesn't quit. And neither should you. Who has time to slow down due to body pain? That's why there's Aleve to keep you going. With just one pill, Aleve delivers longer-lasting body pain relief per dose compared to other leading OTC-branded pain relievers. Aleve helps you keep moving from sunup to sundown with up to 12 hours of pain relief per dose, so you can keep moving and be ready for whatever's next. Use as directed.
Hi, I'm Michael from the War and Treaty. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic, semaglutide injection 0.5 milligrams.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, and let me tell you about the great deals they have going on right now. You can receive up to $9,500 in bonus cash when you lease select models. Not interested in a lease? How about a certified pre-owned vehicle? That's right, they have low rates for up to 36 months, or maybe you're looking to buy brand new. Well, they got you covered when it comes to that as well. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle, well, check out their deals on e-sprinters. Take it from me, I'm now rolling in the finest ride I've ever had. I'm driving the all-new electric EQS SUV. I don't have to worry about filling my tank at all. It's a long-range vehicle, and not only do I love it, my family loves it as well. So take it from me, Kyle Draper. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is where you want to go to buy your new vehicle. They believe that when you buy the finest car in the world, you deserve the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5 or online anytime at mbfstockton.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Gas prices climbing again? Rude. With 17 fuel-efficient Toyota hybrid models to choose from, you've got options. Get a great deal right now on the fuel-sipping 57 MPG 2025 Prius at Toyota's National Sales Event now through Labor Day. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year no-cost maintenance plan. Get to your local dealer for Toyota's National Sales Event today. Toyota, let's go places. See your Toyota dealer for Toyota Care details and exclusions.
Go on a culinary adventure at one of Europe's biggest food events coming to the Americas, Terra Madre. Discover more flavors to savor, more ideas to chew on, more voices shaping the future of food. Join chefs Alice Waters, Sean Sherman, and Jeremiah Tower for tastings, pop-ups, food demos, and panels, all celebrating good, clean, and fair food for all. Terra Madre Americas, September 26th through 28th in Sacramento. Savor the journey. Visit TerraMadreUSA.com for more details. Terra Madre Americas is supported by Sacramento International Airport and brought to you by Slow Food and Visit Sacramento.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In store, online, and on the app. In St. 23 while supplies last. Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140, final hour, Drapes and Jay. Hit us up, 916-339-1140. We're on the text line as well, 916-339-1140. Coming up, the latest on Jonathan Kuminga. Thought I'd go a whole show without mentioning dude's name.
I was thinking we were till I saw the rundown.
Bro, you texted me about Joe Lacob and Ramona Shelburne and everything like that.
I was just doing my job.
You're doing your job. We'll get into that in a minute as well. I see some of your tweets and texts and all that kind of stuff. Some negativity out there. Seekins 4, 2-8 start for the Kings. Be ready for that, Drapes. Last place is Kings' rival. Drapes must be mixed up between Eagles and Kings, one at the top. This Kings team at the bottom of the totem pole. Let me ask
you. Didn't say nothing about standings,
right? I ain't saying nothing, but that's what I'm talking about, Jay. And I know you got a question you want to ask me. Get to that in a second. But I'm talking directly to Seekins 4. Jay, center me up on the camera, big fella. I'm going to look right into the camera right now.
You already are.
Oh, all right. Because I know he's watching on YouTube. Seekins 4. It's August 18th. It ain't 100 degrees outside.
Sure ain't.
It's a pleasant 85, 86.
Beautiful.
Football season's coming up. We got the Kings schedule coming up. It's a Chamber of Commerce Day. You're listening to a great radio show with me and my boy Jay. We had some great guests right here. Start of a week. Why are you choosing violence here when all is right in the world? Why are you choosing to be negative, big fella? We still 2 months away from the regular season, and Seekins already got him going 2-8 lottery. What good does that do? And I'm tired of it, Jay. No, I'm being serious here, man. Because it's like Kings could be up by 35 with 30 seconds to go, and Seekins like, man, they gonna blow this. You know, the kid. Where's all this negativity coming from, big fella? I understand. Everybody's like, Drapes, well, you get paid by Uncle V and everything like that. You part of the team. But maybe it's just me. I choose to look at the optimistic side. I choose to look at the rainbow in the sky, the sun shining, and be like, it ain't as bad as you think, Seekins. Last place is our rival? Why? Here's the thing, Kings fans, and if you want to weigh in on this, please do. Tell me why I'm crazy. Tell me why I'm mistaken and misspoken and I'm out of my mind. Because I saw you on the text line 916. Drapes is off his rocker. The Kings will lose all 5 of those games. Why am I wrong for thinking this team could be better than last year? Please, someone give me the reason. And if you say because we lost Jake LaRavia and Valanciunas, our 7th, 8th man, 8th and 9th man, come on, man. You got to come better than that. Can someone tell me why we're going to be worse than last year? How many times do we got to go through it? Last season was a house of horrors for the squad. Coaching staff fractured, players in and out, front office guys leaving. It was rough. But when I look outside and I see Sonny and 86, when I see everybody starting the season 0-0, when I see the addition of Dennis Schroeder, Doug Christie, the coaching staff, dog, we got some great assistant coaches. Mike Woodson, Bobby Jackson, my boy Scott Perry with his Monday motivation. I choose to look at the upside, but too often, whether it's on social media, text line, YouTube, phone calls, you got segments of the Kings fan base that want to look at the negativity. What the hell good does that do, Seekins, for? Bro, you on YouTube right now choosing violence when it's 86 degrees and sunny outside. When we revamped the coaching staff, revamped the front office, got a point guard. So please tell me why you so negative. Because we didn't tank? Because we didn't trade everybody away? If you negative now, what's going to happen if we do trade everybody away? And the team struggles off to a 10-35 record. Seekins 4 are going to be like, man, this Kings team. Please tell me why I'm off my rocker. And I'm not saying 50-60 wins. I'm not saying that, Kings fans. But damn, this team won 40 games. And trust me, I'm out in the streets, Jay. You know I'm out moving and grooving. Everybody say, how are we going to be this year? I'm not going to let the narrative that this team is going to struggle live. Now, if they do, I'll eat my words. It's a tough schedule. We just went through it. It's a tough schedule. But it's almost to a point, Jay, where whatever happened last year, to me, last year was like exhibition football, preseason football. Where if you look bad or if you look good, it don't matter. Last year does not matter for this year's Kings team. I'm sorry. It's a new vibe, a new regime. I talked to somebody the other day. Yo, can you notice a difference? Oh, yeah, I notice a difference around here. And so this negativity, I get it, Kings fans. Years of struggles. Years of losing one playoff in the last 18 years. I get it. But why would you choose to look at it negatively? You know, Jay, you had a good upbringing. Ramsey, me, we were taught, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Every single show we do, the negative Nellies come out. As my boy Rick Pitino said, Chris Webber ain't walking through that door. The negativity in this town at times sucks. I'm not choosing to be Debbie Downer. I got the schedule right here. It just dropped on the floor. And I said last week, the schedule release date is like Christmas Day for me. The way Seekins 4 is like when you open up your Christmas package, instead of that Power Ranger that you wanted as a kid, you get a lump of coal. I'm sorry, Seekins 4. Ain't no lump of coal in this Christmas package. Now we got to let it play out. I understand that. We got to let it play out. But I get tired of it sometimes, Jay. 916-339-1140.
I hear you.
Do I need to go to Josh?
Go ahead. He wants to explain to you why Kings fans are the way they are.
All right, let's get to Josh on line one. Josh, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What's up, man?
What's going on, Drapes? So I'll start this out with a question to you. Do you feel that this is a championship contending team? right now?
Right now, no.
So that's why the Kings fans are the way that we are. Because right now we're just going to be stuck in best case scenario, we're going to be stuck in mediocrity again. We're going to be stuck in a team that might win 50 games. We might get, the 5th or 6th seed. We might get into the playoffs. But then what are we going to accomplish? We're not going to accomplish anything. So what that leads to is more frustration. Because what we would rather see, a lot of Kings fans, the ones that are frustrated, is we would rather see a rebuild take place, take the L's now, get those higher draft picks that can potentially lead us to getting better players, to potentially lead us to an OKC style of winning. They went through a lot of losses, a lot of years of frustration, but ultimately what happened? They were able to build that franchise into a winning, contending team. And that's ultimately why Kings fans are so frustrated, because we continue to fall into mediocrity. We have never been a championship contending team since 2002. And at this point, with the franchise, the way that it is right now, we're stuck in limbo. We have teams that are in the same position as us that are making the moves that are ultimately getting them the wins that they need. And we are just still stuck where we were. We're not choosing a direction. We're not choosing to contend for a championship, but we're also not choosing to become a team that is set to fully focus on the rebuild that personally, in my opinion, needs to be the case.
All right, Josh, appreciate the call. First of all, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I let him cook there for about a minute, uninterrupted.
Game.
Gave
That's
him
right.
game.
Gave him space and opportunity.
Here's my pushback to everyone that thinks like Josh. He asked me straight up, are we a championship contender? And I gave an honest answer. Let's go through the NBA right now. How many championship contenders are there really? Cleveland.
Yes.
Knicks.
Yes.
Bucks, Pistons. Championship contender.
No.
Orlando.
No.
Miami.
No.
Atlanta.
No.
Chicago.
No.
Toronto.
No.
Brooklyn. Philly.
No.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Philadelphia has an option if they stay healthy.
if they stay healthy. And we're talking 11 teams in the East aren't championship contenders.
Unless a move is made. Like Milwaukee is rung below. Detroit's got to, grow. They could turn into the Pacers. But yeah, they need some. In reality, I'd say 2.5 because I'd give you Philly if they're healthy.
Now the West is loaded.
Different.
OKC.
Yep.
Houston.
Yep.
Lakers.
Yep.
Denver.
Yep.
Clippers.
Yep.
Timberwolves.
No.
Warriors.
I say yes because you got to have Steph Curry because you got Steph. But I want to say no.
Memphis. No.
No.
Dallas.
No.
I don't think they're ready yet. Phoenix.
Yet.
Portland.
No.
So my point is, Jay.
It's probably 6 to 8.
If you're not a championship contender, according to Josh, why even play the season? Blow it up.
So 2/3.
This is not baseball where you either got to be a buyer or seller. Baseball, we see it all the time. Team 5 back. Oh, they got to sell, And it's like, no, you're trying to build something. And we've said this time and time again, Kings fans, right here on the Drive Guys. You may say, tear it down, but if somebody offering you 30 cents on the dollar or 50 cents on the dollar, you're not taking that deal. It'd be different if somebody was giving you the Desmond Bain package, 4 first-rounders, 2 pick swaps, and 2 rotation players.
Yeah.
I don't think those deals are out there for the Kings.
Now with the current situation, I will say if I take a step back last year, and I've said it numerous times, I truly thought they misplayed the De'Aaron Fox situation because I thought there were teams who were ready and prepared to do that. Maybe not right at that moment because De'Aaron did what they were supposed to do. De'Aaron's camp did what they were supposed to do. Not De'Aaron, his camp.
His camp.
But
Rich Paul
and company, right? death row, as I like to call them. But the flip side of that is I always say, and remember, I said this a few times, if I'm Monty and company, organization, the Kings, whoever you want to pinpoint, I'd have sat right at the round table and I'd have looked square in the face of De'Aaron Fox and his camp and said, I understand you're going to be highly upset, but I'm a true believer in business is business. And there's going to come a time that I'm going to have to do business with you, Rich Paul and Clutch Sports and so on and so forth, who's ever part of their camp. And I know you might try to hamstring me or run the price up on me or not push your guys towards me. But the way the league is set up, if I draft one of your guys, unless they want to stay outside and, not make this money, I'll dare you then. But I'm here to tell you right this moment, I ain't trading De'Aaron Fox. And I'll wait till the offseason to do so. Now, if you, De'Aaron, family, friends, and anybody else, Kentucky Wildcat fan, want to be upset at me, then more power to you. And I'll take the repercussions down the road. But as of right now, as of today, it ain't gonna be no Mr. Nice Guy.
Right.
Your ass is sitting right here with the Sacramento Kings. Yeah. Now you can take the surgery on the hand and don't play. No problem. Because out of due respect, common sense, you won't say nothing, I won't say nothing. And if it slip out to the media, I'm strong enough and powerful enough that we'll have a conversation about it. I thought they misplayed that. And I thought then you would have got the Desmond Bain package. It didn't play out that way. But I'll say this, Drapes. As much as I agree with you, I have to say this for Kings fans because it is a thou wow on the show. There's a difference between being a contender to win a championship, because I'm 100% with you. In all reality, I truly think there's about a handful of teams who are contenders and maybe a trade or so within that season getting hot and being another contender. So I'll give you 8 teams. 2/3 of the rest of the NBA for me is just playing for scraps and burgers. But the one thing I got to give Kings fans is this. There's a difference between being in position to pounce. I'm not sure this team has been in position to be even to be considered a contender in a very long time. And that's where I get the Joshes, the 209s, the 916s who are on here, Seekins 4. They're so tore down that they just kicking it. It's like, man, we ain't winning nothing. So you get the real null and void. But Josh came on sounded very educated.
Yep.
And he sounded like he had a good opinion. And he relayed that. And so I got to give him some love because I can understand what he's saying. I'll step away from the Kings and I'll use the Oakland A's or the Sacramento A's or the Athletics or John Fisher's team. As an A's fan, I always say for 4 years, I feel like we're a contender and we're in the running. And then for the next 6 or next 4 or 5, man, we just playing for burgers. We getting slapped around, pull, kick, drop the elbow on. We just out here to be out here, man. We ain't really doing nothing. And so to me, there's a difference. As a Kings fan, I can't tell you the last time I felt like, damn, this team is maybe a rung below being a contender and maybe a move or two away from that. And now I'll bring you this, Drapes. The last time I think Kings fans felt that is the Bean team. Because it was right there, was like, these dudes are probably a year before or two where we think they're going to be. And, man, we got a new coach, breath of fresh air, new life. And all of a sudden, that was ripped away quickly, fast. And even though the team didn't do their job as far as they made the play-in, didn't excel, they came off, lost to the Warriors, all that jazz, it was ripped apart. And I think Kings fans was like, wait a minute, hold on. We were closer to the contender spot than we were back to the pack. That's how Kings fans felt. And so now I think Kings fans are like, well, we just had that taste, man, and we got a pinch of that sugar. And now we get that sweet and low, that equal. I want the pure cane, the CNH. Give me the candy, the cotton candy, straight to my bloodline. And so I truly believe Kings fans are now, man, there ain't no hope. When we had hope, it was ripped from me. And that's why I think, as Whitey continues to say, I've never, me personally, in my 40 years, I haven't seen Kings fans be this negative because I truly believe we were right there. And for whatever reason, whoever you want to blame, point the finger to, meaning fans, not you, Drapes, I truly think fans are like, man, I was cheated out of my next run. And I think that's why that's a major reason why you see a lot of fans like, damn, we was right there. Or at least I felt that way, even if it was fool's gold. And I think some people have said it was a little fool's gold. People were banged up. They were injured, so on and so forth. And so that's why I really think Kings fans are like, man, now I'm right back in the purgatory. And I'm throwing my hands up, man. I was right there. I was on the bottom. I mean, I was at the bottom of the top. Now I'm back in the middle. If not, I'm at the bottom of the middle.
I let you cook there, Jay.
I did. Thank you.
You did that slow cooker
you.
right there.
Yes, sir,
you know what I mean? You had that thing simmering for a while.
That's one of the reasons. I can go into, Vivek. I can go, there's plenty of reasons why I think Kings fans, are pointing fingers at other people.
But here's the thing, though, Jay. I go back to that 48-win season, going into that season. We didn't think we'd be a top 4 team.
No.
We didn't think the playoff drought would end. We didn't think that. We had no clue. So the belief in the team was low then, but then the guys showed them otherwise.
Players, coaches.
Why can't they do that this year? Number 2, because I know we're mad at the organization, Vivek, the front office.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it necessarily wasn't robbed from us, the sugar or whatever, but it just happened that way? Meaning, what if players were unhappy? What if coaches were unhappy? From an organizational standpoint, and I hear you regarding the De'Aaron Fox trade, that's where I say they messed up. All right, you going to trade Fox? You going to get rid of Mike Brown? At least get a haul back for De'Aaron Fox. It's like we sold our best asset for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
A lot of people think that.
A lot of fans, yeah.
Now it's up to Zach to come in and be an all-star again. Like, Zach will have to deliver this year. But my point is, was it malpractice? Or did the relationship, the marriage just deteriorate? How many, we all been in relationships. 1 minute it's all fine and dandy. It's all sunshine and rainbows.
Yes, sir.
Then something to happen. It's like, I don't want to be with this person anymore.
Woke up one day. Mind changed.
Could that have happened for the Sacramento Kings, which spurred the trade? Now, mind you, we should have got back more on the trade. We should have got back more. But how much of it is malpractice? And that's why we need a 30 for 30. We need to tell all. Seriously, we really do.
Yeah,
we need to get to the bottom. Was it, let's say the Mike Brown firing, for instance. Was that just based on wins and losses?
Yeah.
Was that based on some of the players checking out? Like, I need to know the full story at some point.
Yeah, I don't think you get it today,
right.
But I'm with you. There's 3 sides to every story. That's one of my favorite sayings. Yours and mine plus the truth. Because I'm going to tell, I said this to Whitey last week. My uncle always used to say, man, it's your story. I'm going to let you tell it. But it's not always 1,000% because it's to the perception. Perception is reality. So I started this in a form of, I agree with a lot of what you're saying because it's more, we're positive. It's half glass full. I always say that to make it easier for people. Because when you get optimistic, pessimistic, people like, man, I don't even know what that means at the time. So half glass full versus half glass empty.
Right. How do you look at it?
Yeah, we're half glass full guys.
Yep.
We look at it as, you give me an opportunity, I'm a change it. I'm a figure out a way to make it better. Everybody ain't built like that though, Drapes, and we know that. So I always try to make sure, and this is the thing, we're living in society where a lot of times, well, let me take a stab back. Probably in our era, your era, I'm a little younger, my era, the next era around, the negative connotation, and you talk about it, is that wasn't accepted as much as it is now.
Right now,
you can be negative and it'd be accepted. Because the world that we're living in, there's so much negative going on,
right?
Where you have to be, humane in the fact of like, there's things that we are all struggling from, and you talk about your struggles all the time.
All the time, yeah.
So it's not like you're, diverse or apart from that.
Yeah.
And so I think we as a society, and not to get this deep, but we accept negative connotation a little more where, 15 man, shut up. We winning it all. Even though you ain't winning it all, that's how you going at it.
Right. That's
where now it's like, man, we terrible. This ain't it no more. It's accepted more though. It truly is.
916-339-1140. If you want to weigh in on this conversation, call right now. I got open phone lines. Tell me why I'm off my rocker for thinking upbeat, positive, optimistic about this Kings team. We're back here on the Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
Labor Day savings are on at Elk Grove Chevy with $10,500 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter after all rebates. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,500 off new Silverado exclusively at the Elk Grove Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MadeUsChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work parking DR2, Metro 2011 Chevy car truck. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Made.
The Drive Guys.
But I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in.
We're starting to get used to it. I'm not having you, actually.
I mean, I actually felt bad for Jay too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours. And I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what though? I missed you the other night.
You can listen to The Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
And we're back live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Luis Severino, out with that left oblique strain, has resumed playing catch, and they expect a return in late August. Austin Wins, out with that abdominal strain, is expected to return in 2026, as he still has not started any baseball activities. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Hey, I'm Alan Stiles. Injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com. Text charges may apply.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
People are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, from Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville, because they've seen for themselves the huge selection and the best prices at SacSuperstore.com. Good luck finding a lower price anywhere else. And if you do, they'll match it. It's as simple as that. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where a handshake still means something. Open until 10 o'clock and essentially located right across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course. And online at SacSuperstore.com. The guaranteed lowest price and the best selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. SacSuperstore.com.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Drapes and Whitey. Whitey and Drapes. You know the pair. The Drive Guys.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Going to get to the phone lines coming up here in a minute. Final segment. Jake behind the boards there. I was like, man, Jay playing something soft.
No, yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm ready for the smoke.
No kumbaya.
Right. I'm ready for the smoke right now. Because I asked the people, tell me why I'm off my rocker for thinking optimistically about this team. Nobody's saying 60 wins. I'm not saying championship or anything like that. But the negativity surrounding this team, this fan base right now, and I know it's a small sample size. I know most Kings fans are excited for the season, ready to go. But I'm looking at some of the texts that come in. Another yes man for Vivek, somebody says. Michael Mack. I don't know what makes you believe in Perry besides solid draft. Rest of the offseason was a big F, in my opinion. Let me say this, big fella. You said, in your opinion. Why is your opinion more valid than somebody else's? Why is your opinion more valid than mine? Well, in my opinion, I think we talked about it. I give Scott Perry overall a B- this offseason. Or an incomplete even. Like somebody said, Seekins for a work in progress. Perry's making moves, taking calls, calling around, making offers, talking to the media, which the last GM rarely did. 916-339-1140. Jay, let's get to the phone lines, man. On line one, Norick? Norick, what's up, man? You're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening?
Hey, Drapes. Hey, Jay. I'm having a great drive home listening to your show. Just wanted to reach out to you and say, number one, I agree with you. There's a lot to be optimistic about. I've said this for 30 years now. Sacramento fans are some of the most myopic fans in the NBA, perhaps all of sports. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about with my call. I've heard over and over and over, not just from you or Jay, but also others on the station, how the Kings screwed up the Fox situation, and they should have got more for the deal. I don't think enough blame is placed on Fox and his camp for how that turned out. Because when you want to make a deal with someone, any deal, any negotiation, someone's going to have to pay more than they want to pay, and someone's going to have to get a little less than they wanted to get for a deal to happen. That's how deals happen. Fox's camp screwed that up from the go by giving away the fact that they wanted to trade and that they were going to sign with San Antonio no matter what the deal was as soon as he was a free agent. How can you possibly get value on a trade when the primary asset has eviscerated the tradability value? And I think there's not nearly enough criticism of Fox and his camp for doing what they did. That's the reason that deal went by, because San Antonio played it perfectly. This is what we offer you. You don't want it, then we'll just sit and wait until he's a free agent and we'll sign him then, because they knew they were going to get him.
Norick, the only kickback I say to that is I agree with you in the fact of, and I think we've all said this, Drake, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not speaking for the other two shows or anybody's show in Sacramento or anybody else you listen to. I think we have definitely said that De'Aaron has his camp, and I just say his camp definitely mushed up the deal. But as I said before that, I think, and it sounds like you've made a few bartering moves yourself, Norick. I would have basically said, I don't really give a damn if you want to go to San Antonio. Test me. Test and see what happens, because the difference is you're going to sit here for not only the rest of the season, which we knew was early in the last season. It wasn't like we were already in the middle of the season, Norick. And then on top of that, guess what? You're going to go home and you're going to sit there for the summer. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to stew on it. And after you stew on it, guess where you got to come back to next year? That'll be right here to Sacramento. So now, if we're talking about bartering, we're talking about trading, Norick, if we're talking about any of your assets, you sit on it for 2 damn years and then we'll see. No problem. But I'm still going to get my money, my effort, my asset out of you. And guess what? As much as you want to go to San Antonio, I'm betting on for the next 2 years while I got you, somebody will pick up the phone and say, you're getting a what from San Antonio? I'm a little more desperate right now than I was in December. I'm also a little more desperate because we've sat around and watched in the summer that ain't nobody really moved this summer. And Jonathan Kuminga and Josh Giddey and Quentin Grimes and those type of names, Miles Turner, were the best names to move around. Well, I got somebody that's a top 20 guy in the league. Guess who's holding the biggest asset in the whole NBA? That'll be me. You don't think somebody gonna pick up the phone and say, hey, you know what? I just traded for Desmond Bane 4 first-round draft picks. I'm willing to bet on it. That's just me. I guess that's why we trade stocks. We see something different. More power to you, champ.
But that's a lot of ifs, man. And the more ifs you throw into an equation, the less likely it is to happen.
True.
If he behaves, if he's a good soldier and keeps the company line and keeps his mouth shut, and if this and if that. That's a lot of ifs. The facts are that he was disgruntled and wanted out, and he let everyone know. There was no question about that. He did exactly what he did, and when that happened, in any situation, you can't bank on the tradability of the asset, the value of the asset. He killed it. And, he could come back. He'd be a locker room cancer, a bad attitude, affect other players. They were never going to get value for Fox once he did that. You can't point to any deals that have happened in the NBA in recent memory where the asset came out and spoiled the milk, and no one then wanted that milk. Because once that milk's spoiled, nobody wants it. I mean, that's just the truth, right?
James, I could point to a few, but I agree with what you're saying. You're not going to get 100% full value on it.
All right, man. Appreciate it, Nork.
Man,
Good call.
James Harden, did James Harden cry his way out of Houston?
Yeah.
How many draft picks they get?
Right.
Come on, man. They got
Philly.
Come on, man. There's plenty of possessions. I mean, give me plenty of situations that we can speak on it. I've never said you're gonna get 100% of it, but damn, give me 75 to the dollar. Give me half to the dollar.
Let's get back to the phone lines. 916-339-1140. Time to check it with our guy, TC. What's happening, man? You're on with Drapes and Jay. It's the Drive Guys here. What you got for me, TC?
Drake,
Mic check.
Drake Jay, Mike check, man. What's up, my boys?
What's up with you, man? Enjoying this Monday. What you got?
I fired up, Drake. I'm with you, but listen, I'm also with Jay. I feel the whole King fans, but where I actually come from as a diehard, bro, I'm coming from your stand, Drake, and this ain't got nothing to do with Drake's the homie. You is the homie, and I got love for you, Drake.
Appreciate you.
But I'm gonna be honest with you because what you saying is what TC is always talking about every time I call, bro. We in a good position right now. Stop Perry trying to make moves. I get it. We ain't a championship contender, but hell, man, I just want to be a playoff contender. Can we be top 8 this year? We make top 8, 8 seed, a playoff round, bro. Win that first game. I'm happy, bro. Everybody that's calling in these phones talking about we not a championship contender. The Kings got me mad. When the Kings make the playoffs this year, all that's going to be put to bed. Nobody's going to be calling these lines talking about why we ain't do this, why we didn't get that. I get it. The whole Fox trade, I'm with you, Jay. We could have held on to the dude and got something better. But in my opinion, it was maybe like an even trade, bro, with him and Zach LaVine. We can't keep forgetting Zach LaVine is not he's not like one of these dudes in the league. Is he a top 5 guy? No. But he's a dude, and he's been a dude his whole time in the career, bro. When he plays, he's a guy that gets buckets. I'm not going to say it's an even trade, bro, but it wasn't like we got nothing. It wasn't like, what did the Kings get for Fox? Oh, they got 3 second-round picks and a 2055 first? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. We got a player, bro. We got a couple picks, and we got to make our moves. Kings fans, let's stop Perry Cook, bro. That's all he's doing in the lab right now. And y'all got to respect him. He coming from a perspective of we're not the desperate King fans. Kaminga, I know I want you. I know y'all want me, but I'm not going to unprotect this first because I'm not going to put that message out to the league that we the same old desperate Kings. We going to stand up and stand tall. That's what Scott Perry is doing. Kaminga, if they going to bite, they going to bite. If not, I'm going to sign you on the offseason, bro. But we ain't the desperate Kings, dog. We got a new regime, and we on some new, and I ain't going to say that on no, hey, I ain't going to say that word. I love y'all, bro.
Check it with TC, man. Great call. That's our guy, TC. 916-339-1140. And that's the thing, man. I think Zach LaVine is being shortchanged. Is he a number one? Probably not. But damn, let's see him with a point guard. Me and Ramsey were just talking 30 games or whatever. No point guard on the roster. Domas in and out. I need to see a little more. That's all I'm saying. I need to see a little more.
It's, the tough part, and I always go back to it, Drapes. And you remember Monty said in the first press conference, and it just it's resonating in my mind over and over and over about the De'Aaron situation, was he was like, we had to cultivate a trade market. We felt like, we cultivated who we were looking for, which was Zach LaVine and, the picks. He said, we did a good job cultivating the situation to get Zach LaVine out of the De'Aaron Fox trade. So to jump back, like Nork is, and some of these fans who are, 916, like someone said, it's hard for, 916. It's hard for people to hear this, but Fox is an average point guard. Definitely to his opinion. I'm just saying, I think if you really take a step back and you look at it, that's one part of the cog that we're talking about. And that gets people fired up in the form of, dang, you took away, which was my first point, was you took away what I felt was going to take us to the next level of being a contender, albeit if it was Fox camp, if it was De'Aaron himself, if it was the Kings organization. Yeah. Now, who you choose to point fingers at or who you choose to read and what you believe, I truly say, that's why I always say there's three sides to every story.
I think society has, to your point, become so negative in this regard. When we look at things, we become Stephen A. Smith, if you will. Instead of listening and looking at it objectively, we listen and look at for what's wrong.
Form your opinion.
Form your opinion. Dude, how many times buy somebody a car? But it ain't the 2025. That's how social media it is. Social media is. I could tweet out right now. I'm going to do it. Today is a great day. Somebody would be like, nah, bro, it's only 85 out here. What are you talking about? Like, we always look at things negative right now, man.
But it ain't a great day for everybody.
I know, I guess, but it's
too,
like, I could be like, I'm having a great day.
There you go.
Right? I can say, can I say that?
Yes, sir.
I'm having a great day.
Yes, sir.
Instead of saying, oh, that's great, Drapes, they'll be like,
man,
what the hell are you doing having a great day? Why you in? You know what I mean?
Right.
We're going to get these phone calls in, Jay. 916-339-1140. Akash is hanging out on line 3. Akash, what's up, man? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Every time TC calls, I just roll my eyes, but it's not the Jim Rome show, so I'm not going to do any call-out calls.
All right.
Jay, I'm sorry to bring down your energy, man. I do appreciate it, but I was telling Jay on the phone, this is the least excited I've been for a Kings season in a while, and I'll tell you why. The reason for me is I just don't have like a favorite player on the team anymore. You know, they traded away De'Aaron Fox. He was that, that pick, that homegrown talent. Can't wait to see his potential or him reaching his potential. Now that he's off the roster, you kind of go up and down the roster. I mean, I guess people could say Malik Monk, but after the way he was laughing on the bench when we got blown out by the Mavericks in that play-in game, I couldn't stand that anymore. That was like a loser mentality to me. Keegan Murray's too quiet to be a favorite player for me personally, and then I guess the bonus.
Yeah.
The bonus was labeled as a number 2, right? With Fox there, so. Now we're trying to push him into the number 1 role. Like, usually your best player is your favorite player on the team, usually. So that's kind of iffy. And then DeMar and Levine, I mean, they're just not homegrown. They kind of feel like, mercenaries for hire at this point with all the trade rumors and stuff. So,
hey, gosh, you just firing off on everybody,
Yeah.
I just can't wrap my arms around any of these players, guys. That's where I'm coming off at.
So no one resonates with you, hence why you not excited. Yeah. Yo, no doubt.
Yeah, I get if we had like a top pick, on the team, maybe if we bottomed out this team and we move up the lottery next year and we got one of those guys in that next draft. I mean, I think that's why a lot of fans also kind of want to move that way. It's like let's have somebody excited, right? Because this is an entertainment business at the end of the day. I know we got the beam and stuff like that, but who we buying tickets for to come watch, right? Are we going to come watch the other teams? LeBron James is coming to the building, or who are we watching on the Sacramento Kings? And right now, I'm sorry, I just don't feel that.
Appreciate you, Akash.
Oh man,
I know that's tough.
But Zach is a beast, man.
That's what I'm saying. Let me ask you this: in De'Aaron Fox,
that's tough.
Zach LaVine has had a better career than De'Aaron Fox. You know that, Jay?
I'd have to sit down and take a look at it off the top of my mind.
Zach's a 2-time All-Star.
Okay.
Bam, right there.
Yep.
That's more than accomplished anything De'Aaron had.
Okay.
And no, this ain't no shade to De'Aaron. I'm just saying,
sure.
Why is this narrative, like, why was Fox must-see TV?
Homegrown. I think Akash said it.
Zach LaVine's not.
I think he said it, Drapes, because he was one of us. And we consistently say this around here. When you become a Sacramento King, you're a king for life, minus a handful of people because they've, separated themselves from the kingdom, from the family. But I think Akash hit it right there. And I've always asked Kings fans, as much as it pains me to have to think about the 2000s team, that's why I just call them. Anybody want to call them anything else, that's fine. The heyday Kings, the Kings that were successful. I always push back on you and Whitey about talking about it all the time, or that setting the standard, that being the meter, the ruler, the set, the bar to set, is because that was one period. And I understand as a King fan, that was the only period that we can all go back to and say, man, that was the good old days.
Right.
But I think and I say this, to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. There's other things to this. And if we keep living in that same form, because that's all we have, then I think we'll miss what's coming our way. That's just my belief. You know what I mean? By all means necessary, Drapes. I'm not writing everything. I'm just giving my opinion, just like Akash did, just like TC did, just like Norik did, and just like everybody else. That's why we welcome these conversations. You opened it up for people to talk. We here.
916. I'm a half full guy. Come on now, LOL. You're trying to preach to Kings fans. You're talking 20 years, one good season. Not great. Lost first round as a 3 seed. I was a season ticket holder. Drapes, add another 15 years to your tenure. The habitual underachievement year after year, with the hopes half full perspective going in each year that this will be the year we flip it. But here's the thing, Jay. I'll
He's tired, Drapes. No, he or she is tired.
But here's the thing, Kings fans.
Give him some love.
We won 40 games. Let's look at the Kings' track record over the last 20 years.
Man.
How many times we won 40 games?
Handful.
Not many.
Right.
But yet, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. This is when you want to jump off. I'm saying the level of contentment, discontentment, upset, anger, whatever it may be, doesn't match the reality. I'm not saying we're a champion, but we ain't Utah either. Like that.
No,
that's like we ain't Utah.
Yeah,
we ain't J Squad Charlotte. No offense to them.
Man, hold on. Don't make me call my boy.
Here's the thing, Jay. I'll end it on this. With our roster, theoretically, we should be in every game. We are good enough. I'm not saying we win, and we're going to lose some. We're going to get blown out sometime. But we should be in every – we have enough talent. I'll put our starting 5 up against anybody. We might not beat them. We might not have a better starting 5, but I guarantee, and I might do this exercise tomorrow, there are at least 10 starting 5s in the league worse than us. I'm tired, man. I'm going to go hit some golf balls. You've been listening to The Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140. Drapes, Jay, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock.